Okay, so we could totally start, according to what Onin says. So hi, how are you? My name is KOKOStern, and you've reached Pubwatch, episode 9? 9, I think. And my name is KOKOStern, and this is Onin. Onin, say hi to people.
Hi. So the topic of this week is going to be Virtus.Pro, which many know as the Russian-based Dota 2 team. But what a lot of people don't know is that they also have a female team, which is actually decently good.
If you say so.
And we're going to be watching both of them, because they happen to pub together quite often.
Maybe they're boyfriends and girlfriends. Okay, I really should stop with that. That's so stupid.
But it's possible.
Maybe. Who knows? Well, Russian Dota. We're in for a lot of Russian Dota. I'm not prejudiced at all about Russian Dota. And with that,
especially professionals on the topic of pubs.
So, with that lovely introduction, let's just get started. So, Onin, are you at 2 minutes?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Wait, no, it did not start for me. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Did you start before me? A bit?
We're okay.
We're okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna start out with the Radiant team over here. So we have Putin, Russian superstar. Over here on the Prophet, I have no idea who that is. Disruptor is, I'm not even gonna attempt to read his name. And at the middle, we have Knight's Assassin, played by Airman, also known as Illidan. He just changed his name recently. So that is from the male Dota team. All male. And then we have at the bottom, NS, Black Briar from Virtus.Pro as well. And a special appearance by Cloudy, who happens to be Navi Arsart. And Onin, you go ahead and you do the Dire team.
On the Dire team, we've got a Pugna played by Smurfy. We've got Bounty Hunter by In the House. Two people I have no idea who they are. Then we got Kev, the German superstar, on the Tidehunter. We got Miguel Dane on the Bloodseeker. And we've got Kranich from Serbia, I believe it is, on the Night Stalker.
That's how you say his name? Kranich?
Yeah, that's how you properly pronounce it, Kranich.
Wow, that's cool. I mean, I can't say that. But okay, anyway.
You don't have to. It's okay.
Yeah, so on the bottom lane, we already have Bounty Hunter really, really deep here in the Radiant. And Cloudy has not used his stun, and yeah, now Bounty Hunter finally goes invisible. So there's the Observer Ward right here that's going to block off this camp, and I think it's just off this is the magical bush. So it should block this one as well, but it's not on there. So it only blocks this camp.
A little bit too high up.
Yeah. And also another one here to I guess, just check out what's going on. And at the middle, we have Bloodseeker versus Knight's Assassin. I'm not sure who wins this. But I think
easily the Bloodseeker, yeah, but the thing with Bloodseeker is that the only thing he can do on lane is not die. He's really good at that, and there is absolutely nothing else that this guy can do.
Until level 6 at least.
Yeah. And even then, just his ultimate isn't all that great for mid ganking.
Yeah, that's probably true. At the top we do have Disruptor going solo Disruptor. He's not exactly the best, and he started with boots. So he did just survive 3 men trying to kill him, though they have no stun really. It's just a slow from the Tidehunter, who is now rotated mid. But Disruptor solo laning, I don't know what he can really do here.
Yeah, I think it's more out of necessity. It's something we've actually seen before in Pubwatch. If you have in a pub where not everyone really cares about what hero you choose, someone has to go off lane, and if it's just something like a Disruptor, then really the best thing you can do is just buy boots of speed immediately so that you can survive against aggression.
And we do have Cloudy at the middle trying to kill Bloodseeker, Prophet TPing in to help out, and Tidehunter has haste, so oh, he is actually going to fall here, yes! He does fall to an additional stun from Vengeful Spirit, and they pick off a double kill here. One for both for going to Nature's Prophet, so it's gonna be a fast Midas for him, at least.
Probably the fastest Midas.
Yeah, possible. Yeah, we see Vengeful Spirit. It's not a tri-lane at the bottom, just Vengeful Spirit roaming. And we do have Tidehunter roaming as well. Still just level 1, has absolutely nothing. And they're just going to go for Vengeful. She does have a stun, but it's not going to be very effective. She has no HP, and she falls to Bounty Hunter.
Yep, that was maybe a little bit cocky to go for the top path instead of just going through the lane, which would be completely safe and she would have survived. But then again, who expects a Tide Hunter to suddenly come here instead of staying on his tri lane and pulling, stacking, doing whatever else to get more experience?
Yeah, he's just enjoying himself roaming the entire map and actually dying once, so that's not that useful. And we do have Russian Dota. Choo-choo as we wait just a bit for disconnected Bloodseeker.
Should be back just in a few seconds.
Yeah, there
it is already.
So at the top lane, we don't really see many pulls because of this ward, so they can't really do anything, this dual lane. And this is just going to be Nightstalker pretty much enjoying his lane. We can see that in terms of last hits, he's pretty much at the top. Obviously, Prophet doing better at the Forest. But Disruptor isn't dead here. He's actually, well, he's ranged, so he can get to creep, can get to last hitting a bit.
And because he's a Disruptor, he's picked up Glimpse, which means that if the Nightstalker wants to dive him, which is probably what he'd have to do if he wants to get a kill here, he can just get glimpsed, and that completely ruins the attempt and keeps Disruptor safe. So he's going to be pretty much fine on this top lane for a long time.
Yeah, we do have an additional engagement on Miguel at the middle again. Vengeful Spirit just coming in after Nyx Assassin stuns and Prophet TPing in and picking off the last hit with his ranged attack. And he is 300 away from the Metis. And Tidehunter is coming in here with Pugna. Just a slow hit, and Nyx Assassin, oh, he pops up the Carapace a second at the correct time, and the tower is going to get it. The tower is going to get Tidehunter here, stunned by Vengeful Spirit. That was really close.
I don't think the Pugna used the Crepify on the Nyx Assassin. Maybe he was afraid of getting...
And Bloodseeker...
this should be... Oh, nice blocking, though.
Nice blocking by Cloudy. A stun. There are no additional stuns, but Prophet is here. And they're just gonna... No, he does have one last Tengu, and he manages to run away. He is very fast because of Nyx Assassin's low health. So he's just gonna get away and get the Illusion Rune.
Yep, a good attempt. It also always helps to make sure that to show off that your lane isn't just a free gank constantly, but you have to also put some pressure back. Otherwise, you just lose it entirely.
Yeah, and we still have Tidehunter not settling in the lane, not pulling, not anything. He's level 2. I'm not sure if that's the smartest idea.
I think it's fine, mostly because the Vengeful also isn't getting anything. I'm more concerned with the Pugna not getting anything, because Pugna is a very level and item dependent hero. If he doesn't get any health or doesn't get enough levels, then he's going to be pretty much food, especially for a hero like a Nyx Assassin. As soon as this guy gets level 6, the Pugna is going to be afraid at every turn.
Yeah, but Tide really needs just level 6, so yeah, roaming at lower levels, but he's not getting the kills, he's not getting anything, so he needs that level 6 for that Ravage, and he's really the lowest level on the map, probably. Yeah, he's the lowest level on the map.
He doesn't really need the Ravage as much, as the Pugna has actually roamed down and gets a kill on
on Bounty Hunter.
Slaughter, get it with Bounty Hunter. And in the meantime, AA is disconnected and I don't want to wait for him, so he's gonna stay in his base for a few minutes now.
Russian Dota!
Exactly. So it's not really all that important for the Tide to get his Ravage as soon as possible, because what this dual roaming Pugna Tide, as odd as it sounds, accomplishes is that you have a Bounty Hunter, a Bloodseeker, and a Nightstalker. Bloodseeker being a bit in trouble right now.
Yeah, he is, but Nyx Assassin's finally coming out of the silence. He does have his ultimate up. Nature's Prophet trying, but finally an ult by Bloodseeker, and he does get the kill on Nature's Prophet. And where's Nyx Assassin? Still running away, finally turning on Vendetta, his invisibility. But
a really good thing that Nyx did was not cast any spells as soon as the Pugna's ward came down. Because a single spell could have killed him.
Yeah, that was actually the invisibility rune. It wasn't his Vendetta, he just now casted Vendetta, but he can't kill Tide. Tide has a lot of HP starting out, and Nyx Assassin's going to pay with his life, probably. Bounty Hunter waiting out the Carapace, and he does drop a Bounty Hunter.
He's tracked up, now nothing he can do, so the only thing he does is burn the Tide's mana, which he already didn't have, so now he still has to go to the fountain.
Nature's Prophet deciding to go for Hedris and Buckler. And not a super fast Midas, and no boots or anything. I don't know how smart that is, really. And we do see
I guess what he wants to do with it is be like a global heal, TPing into any gank, like this one at the top lane.
At the top lane, yeah, Disruptor and Slaughter are kind of being screwed over here. Disruptor TPing a little bit too late, Slaughter immediately just TPing out. So he did drop after casting his ultimate. Not enough, just not fast enough of a TP.
But if you think that if a Nature's Prophet were to TP in right there and just use a mechanism, that Disruptor could have survived and they could have taken the fight much more easily.
Yeah, Slaughter at the bottom. Slaughter at the bottom. Let's see what happens here. And he does get caught in with Bounty Hunter and he's going to get him very easily. Tidehunter's going to make it out probably. Rage buyback. Hell yeah. Russian Dota.
I think you could stop saying Russian Dota now.
I probably should. I probably should. It's like a reflex. I'm sorry.
So we got some TPs into the bot lane again, but there's a Nyx Assassin here. Yeah, he wants this, and it's gonna be
very easy for him to get it. Yes, but Night Stalker is here. Sprite Carapace is gonna push him away. Bounty Hunter is back. Night Stalker, it is night.
And the Spore Disruptor is running.
Glimpses him back, but easy peasy. Shuri toss and Disruptor goes down. Prophet can't do much. Pugna coming in as well. He wants to stand there. That was a weird sprout, and he's going to pay with his life. And we do have Bloodseeker as well, putting up his ultimate on Nyx Assassin. They can't really do anything. 4 heroes coming in for him. Bloodseeker's fast, and it's going to be his life. One last hit. There we go. Perfect timing from the Bounty Hunter's track.
Yep, that's especially nice for himself actually, because he didn't do anything in that gank, and then he just clicks a button and he gets a bunch of gold as well. And all of these kills, a lot of them are track kills, which means that the Bounty Hunter is now easily leading the charts of the GPM with 430.
And we have Pugna running away, getting glimpsed. Yeah, Prophet's just jumping in here. He does have his mech up, finally. And Bloodseeker does kill Slaughter at the middle with the help of Night Stalker and Bounty Hunter. I'm guessing another track kill. Bounty Hunter really racking up the money.
Yep, it's actually really easy with having a Night Stalker on your team and then also a Bloodseeker. The Bounty Hunter Night Stalker team is something that's... Every time it's picked in professional Dota, it's just... It works so easily because, let's face it, those heroes are kind of simple.
Yeah,
and I've also got a Bloodseeker, which pretty much does the same thing a Night Stalker does. Sets up easy ganks, chases really well, and silences people so they can't turn the gank around. So you've got 2 people who the Bounty Hunter can easily gank with and ramp up the track gold like no tomorrow.
Yeah, Night Stalker and Bounty Hunter do synergize well, very well actually. I'm surprised that it isn't picked that much in competitive play because we do see a ton of Bounty Hunter, and Night Stalker is one of those heroes that was played a ton but then just kind of stopped being around in the competitive scene.
He's actually kind of coming back in the Chinese scene. LGD is... Both LGD teams actually really love him, and it's especially because while he's decent mid, his greatest strength in competitive is he can gank a tri-lane by himself.
And get away.
You can have a 1v3 and he can kill 2 people and run away. And track up on the Disruptor in the mid lane. And
Glimpse is gonna help, but oh, that was very easy. Bloodseeker, 1 rupture and it's done. And we have Slardar kind of in an off position with 3 Dire heroes coming in. Let's see how this develops. Vengeful Spirit voided up. Slardar hitting the Pugna, but Lifesteal's gonna come in. Prophet comes in, Ravage is up. And the Carapace is here as well. Vengeful Spirit drops very quickly. Stun on everybody, but they're running away, and Slardar is left alone against 4 heroes. He does manage to get away. Nature's Prophet is going to drop very quickly to the end. He's tracked as well. Nightstar is going to try and chase Nyx Assassin. No, there's no point. And they're going to rotate mid and take this tower.
Yep, very easily. It was a 5v4 fight, so it's kind of predictable. Especially if you got a great teamfight ultimate like the Ravage, and the only thing that the Dire had was a few normal stuns and the burst damage of the Nyx, which was all aimed at the less important heroes, arguably, so not picking off the Bounty Hunter might have been the mistake there, although overall it was just not in their favor from the very get-go.
Yeah, Vengeful Spirit also just level 5, doesn't even have her swap, which is a big part of her utility, and she can't really do anything. We do have Disruptor again being hit on at the bottom lane here, and Nightstalker still gets through the kinetic field. Bloodseeker from the behind killing off Disruptor. Nature's Prophet is in a lot of trouble, came in to try and help, but he's going to drop as well. And Bloodseeker claims that kill.
But if the Bloodseeker wasn't there, then the mobile mech of the Furion would have actually saved the Disruptor and completely made that gank fail.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to work. It's so strong. Just Nightstalker and Bloodseeker can just jump through towers with not a care in the world, especially Bloodseeker who just gets that HP back. Next Assassin coming in with Vendetta. It's just level 1, low cooldown, and they couldn't actually find them. Vengeful Spirit TPing out, and Next Assassin is going to get silenced, voided.
Should TP right now, but
no,
too late now.
He's dead.
And a track out of nowhere.
Just Bounty Hunter coming in, tracking up, and getting them. And we do see Tide at the top. Double stuns from Slardar as well as Vengeful Spirit. Easy to kill off, very easy to kill off.
Yep. What the Dire team has in chasing power with these great solo gank heroes who only get greater if you put 2 or 3 of them together. The Radiant has all the stuns and the Dire has 0 of them. So technically in bursting down people, the Virtus.Pro team is a lot better.
Oh, that was just sad. He did TP out, but then moved just a tiny bit, and the Rupture killed him. Disruptor. That was. He finally did what he should have done when you get ruptured, to just TP out. But it was just a small movement, and that got him. Wow. That's just sad to see.
Yeah, especially because when you're at your fountain, you just think, okay, I'm safe, the gank failed. And then you just make the smallest mistake and you die anyway.
Well, happens, I guess. And Next Assassin doesn't have Vendetta. If they turn around, he's dead.
Well, at this point, they're not actually faster unless there's a rupture up. It is in 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Which is too late for the TPs.
The stun from Next Assassin misses, and Slardar is silenced, so he cannot sprint up.
This Slardar seems to be going for a Necro book.
That's weird. Yeah, Bloodseeker did
Not
rupture.
entirely sure what he's trying to do with that.
Did rupture Next Assassin, so he's finally it's over now. Bloodseeker is fast. Slardar, is he gonna get away? He's sprinted, so he does move pretty quickly. But Next Assassin, one last void, and Slardar, who's gonna get it? One last hit from Pugna actually manages to get that. Yeah, the power that they have to just so much silence coming up from both Bloodseeker and Nightstalker, and good nukes, and the ultimate's such a short cooldown, 60-second cooldown now at level 2. It's just up every gank, and this tower is going to finally fall down. Not that it's hindered them at all.
At least this time the Bounty Hunter wasn't there, so that's a little bit less gold going their way. But oh god,
he has Desolator. 15 minutes.
15 minutes, well, 16 minutes almost.
16 minutes. And
that is pretty cruel. That's just gonna rip the Vengeful. Well, Vengeful at least has 8 armor, which is pretty awesome.
Well, how about Disruptor?
But that's gonna rip the Disruptor to shreds for sure.
Yeah, that's 2 hits and a Shuri toss, and bye-bye Disruptor. That's just terrible.
3 track gold.
Yep, and Rupture up on Nature's Prophet. He is silenced a second before he can actually sprout. Slardar coming in here. Next Assassin is invisible again, and Ravage on everybody. Nature's Prophet's going to drop. Vengeful Spirit going back. Can't do much. Next Assassin stunning up on the Pugna. Vengeful is dead. Slardar stun heating everybody under the tower. Bloodseeker running away. TP'd out by Tide. And the kinetic field missed once again. But hey, he's glimpsed back, running in the opposite direction. One last hit from the tower. A bit of heal? No, he tried to get one last hit on the Greevil. But no, and he's mad. Oh, he's mad.
He wanted that Greevil with all his life. And I can't blame him because this thing is pretty damn ugly.
Yeah, it
Doesn't deserve to live.
naked Greevil, and it's not flying, so one hit would do it. But oh well. Aww, lovely.
Yep, Kreinig is definitely a first timer scrub.
Whoa, we just had a... My computer just jumped open. I hope that wasn't too horrible.
Here's the bounty with a Deso versus a Slardar with nothing yet.
Stun. Well, Slardar does do a lot of damage and that armor reduction. And Bounty Hunter, wow! Slardar gets it.
Don't worry, there's a Bloodseeker.
Well, that sucks. But hey, let's see Knight's Assassin with no spells against the Bloodseeker. But there you go, Nature's Prophet TPing in, Sprout up, and there's a swap and a stun on Vengeful. I think that was kind of obsolete, the swap at least. And Disruptor comes in to glimpse as well.
It wasn't entirely necessary because the Nyx still had his stun up, so could have easily landed that and then followed that up with a stun. But Ace, better safe than sorry, and the kill's gotten, so no problems.
Yeah. So in terms of towers, we do have the bottom and the mid for the Radiant gone, and the Dire only one. And Tide is pushing alone. There's a big creep wave here, and if there won't be any defense coming in, there we go. Prophet. No, he's canceling. So in terms of gold per minute, let's just take a quick look at the graphs. Definitely the Dire experience terms and gold about the same, actually. Both gold and experience about the same, though we would think that the gold should be more because of Bounty Hunter. Doesn't seem to be the case, though. And hey, round 2, Slardar versus Bounty Hunter. This time Bounty Hunter knows and he's just running away. But hey, Bloodseeker is here as well. And the Rupture, Slardar runs a very long way with the Rupture, so he's going to be dead. Vengeful Spirit. Very easy for Night Stalker to jump in here. Finally a stun. Is it going to be enough?
But it's got a nuke.
No, one last void. That's it. Prophet. Can't make
Nah,
it.
he's too slow.
Yeah, can't make it.
And
middle tower is being taken down at least a bit. So we definitely see the Bloodseeker with Yasha. They definitely have their items up. Nightstalker actually going for a Maelstrom, which is interesting to see. Knight's Assassin still not with, well, nothing, either a Dagon or any Yules that's going to be. And Nature's Prophet, is he... No, he's probably only wants it Treads and not his Matus. And the stun hitting up both Nightstalker and Bloodseeker. They're caught in here. They're not going to get out very easily. Nightstalker finally drops. Hooknet as well. Slardar is going to get the last hit here. And finally a good exchange for the Radiant. Well, not an exchange, they just got 3 kills.
Yeah, they finally got a good team fight going with their supports actually doing what they're supposed to. Because a lot of these kills were just with either Vengeful or Disruptor not being near the rest of their team, or neither of them. So then they're just outnumbered, and when you're outnumbered you're probably gonna die, but once you've got all 4 on 4 or 5 on 5,
Yeah.
then it's pretty even actually.
And we do see Nature's Prophet TPing in here just to get the Trents, but he did not expect Tide coming in here. Ravage hitting not too much. Bounty Hunter tried to solo Roshan. He comes in here. Tidehunter finally drops. And Bounty Hunter, so much DPS. He does his Vlads. But he forfeited Roshan in order to get a couple of kills. He's now going to go back probably. And it's pretty easy for him to solo Roshan with Vlads and a Desolator. He's just going to get it by himself.
Yeah, look at this. He's not taking any damage whatsoever.
That is going to take a while, but Roshan is going to fall. Eventually.
Yeah. The Radiant doesn't even assume it, since there's no hero on this team that you would assume can solo Roshan, and they're seeing the rest of the heroes on the map, and no wards seeing him go in. So that's a free Aegis for the bounty.
Yeah, pretty much. At this level, I mean, if he does have a Vladimir's and so much DPS coming in from the Desolator, very easy for him. And we do have, it was not a Dagon, so we're not going to see Dagon, sadly. It's an Eul Scepter. And Nightstalker getting stunned up, another stun, and he's going to fall to Knight's Assassin.
Damn, did you see how much damage that Vendetta did thanks to the Slardar ultimate?
Yeah.
It was about 400 damage a hit, and...
Good synergy. Great synergy here. And they do have a lot of armor reduction, I mean, coming in from Vengeful as well.
It's kind of sad they don't have a medallion, but
yeah, and it's
going
weird.
overkill with your minus armor isn't always that great anyway.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, we could have seen Slarder go for a Desolator as well, but he chose a Necromonicon. I don't know how much I like this Necromonicon. Obviously, it's great to have Necromonicon 3 for against an invisible hero such as Bounty Hunter, and especially when he's so big, but not sure how much I like this.
It's a great item in general, it's just not an item you tend to see on a Slarder.
Yeah.
Slarder, he's a tanky carry, so you want stuff like Armlet, BKB, AC on him, not a Necronomicon.
Yeah, especially that they don't have any real right-click damage. They have Burst from the Nyx, but that's about it. And Slardar and, you know, Prophet is building... Well, he built a mech. He doesn't have a Midas that will make his farm incredible. So basically the right-click damage coming in from Slardar and going for a Necromonicon instead of Armlet, Desolator, anything that will make him a bigger carry. I don't know if it's that great. And the Disruptor is going to fall very quickly here. We do have Prophet silenced up, just waiting, then TPing out. Very easy. Bloodseeker, that's why people don't... It's called the Pub Seeker, because you can't really do much in a serious game. If people have TPs, that is. And finally, a Ravage hits nothing but Slardar. He is going to fall to Pugna's Life Drain, but Bounty Hunter still there, and finally the Aegis pops. Tidehunter still here. Immediately stunned up, and he drops very quickly. He doesn't have a lot of HP, he does have a lot of burst damage, but not HP. Pugna's dead.
Yep. He actually hit his own critical into the Nyx's Spite Carapace, which took half his health in one hit.
And Tidehunter with a dagger is going to just get away. Or is he? Prophet TPing in, Sprout. There we go, Vendetta is going to get him. One hit, a stun, and that should be it.
That was only just in time. His dagger just came off cooldown.
Yeah, it was good synergy here. Nature's Prophet coming in again. And Nature's Prophet is going to be the one with a Desolator, not picking up his second Mithril Hammer. So hey, Nature's Prophet is going to supply the last hitting damage. The right-clicking, that is. Apparently.
It makes sense. After all, the Dire team has 3 semi-carries. Arguably one main carry in the Bloodseeker, although that's still questionable. So they need something to face up against that. So the best idea is to just have your Slardar and your Nature's Prophet, and also your Vengeful Spirit, to whatever extent is possible, be a bit of a carry. And AA is going kind of a carry build. It's got Power Threads, Aquila, and has a Helm of Iron Will right now, so that's probably going to be a hell of a Dominator. Although, of course, she farms kind of slow, so you can't really expect her to get too much.
Yeah. And we did see at the bottom, just a second ago, before Pugna got picked off by Next Assassin, who is now level 16, so he's pretty damn scary. And Tide is getting 5-teamed, well, 4-teamed here. Prophet's going to come in for the push. But we did see at the bottom lane, and just wanted to note, that's exactly what you do against a Bloodseeker and a Nightstalker coming in here. They're just both TP'd out very easily. Nightstalker and Bloodseeker can't do anything against a TP.
Nightstalker can interrupt with Void, but he didn't see them in time.
Yeah, it didn't get there in time, but after he casts his Void, there's a big cooldown. So just easy as that. TP out, and they can't do anything. And they're going
right
for the
now, the
GFA.
Radiance team is actually countering the Dire's 3-man Dota style with 5-man Dota style, and 5-man Dota style wins.
Yep, strength in
So
numbers.
at this rate, this is going to be Rax.
It seems like it. Tide does have Ravage and does have a Blink, and he's walking up. Let's see if he jumps in here. We do hear a Rupture on Vengeful Spirit. Ravage misses her and she TPs out, but Ravage hits everybody else. Nature's Prophet is going to go down here. Starter, silence, still can't stun, still silenced. Being chased by Bounty Hunter. He's still alive, actually. Next Assassin finally drops, and Next Assassin drops as well. So, and they did get the racks though. They did get the melee racks.
Yep, and the supports managed to TP out. While everyone else was fighting for their lives, because that's the honorable thing to do.
At least someone.
But yeah, this is quite a turnaround right now. At some point, the Radiant had like half the kills of the Dire, and now they're the first ones to breach Rax. And the gold is gold difference is almost leveled up. It's only 2,500, which at this rate is 100 per minute, which is not a lot at all.
Yeah, and experience, it's pretty much dead even. And the question is, was that exchange worth it for them? Because they did lose 3 of their main heroes. I mean, you know, the supports got out, but who cares about the supports? And they did get the racks, though, the melee racks, which is the important one. So that's pretty damn good. And Vengeful Spirit being picked off here very deep into the Radiant base by Bounty Hunter. Very easy for him. He does have a Yasha now, which we'll see where he goes with that. I doubt he's going to go for a Sanjin Yasha, but...
It's probably just the Manta style. It helps get rid of the Slardar's ultimate so you can go Invis again.
Yeah, that's probably what he's going to get. And Bloodseeker has a Yasha as well, but he's going for his BKB. And he's very, very close to it. Night Stalker has his Maelstrom still and very close to his BKB as well. So everybody picks up half an item and then goes for their BKB.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah.
And it's something that they desperately need, because a lot of these team fights are being won by the burst damage from all the stuns on the Radiant side, as well as the Disruptor's teamfight capabilities.
And Bounty Hunter, too far in that jungle. And he does drop to Nature's Prophet. Desolator, that is finished up by now. And Disruptor has a Sanj, and he's going probably for Heaven's Halberd. Unless it's going to be Sanj and Yasha Disruptor, but I doubt that's the case. And we do see the Dire team backing off. Prophet jumping into 4 heroes. Just
what
like
are you doing
that.
here?
Kinda scary. Ravage does pop on everybody. Prophet falls. Disruptor's ultimate can't cast anything. Vengeful Spirit's still alive, and Bloodseeker falls. Vengeful Spirit falls immediately afterwards. Tidehunter's gonna die here. 2 Slardars, Necromonicon, and Pugna. Is he gonna get away? Glimpsed back. And he's caught. Slardar does pick up Nightsticker as well, and hey, Pugna's dead. That's a team wipe. That's a complete team wipe.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I think that Necromonicon warriors did so much damage.
They definitely did, and NS did get a few lucky passes to get the Night Stalker down before he was able to hit the one final hit to kill him. But yeah, that was just a lot of the initiation from the Dire team was blown on the
Nature's Prophet,
who really isn't all that important. He's got the mech, sure, but aside that, he's just got right-click damage, and so do a lot of other heroes on the Radiant team, so getting rid of him first is probably not the best idea.
Yeah, that was incredible. He just jumped in there into 4 heroes. They kept running away and then realized, what the hell is he doing here? And turned around to kill him. But it took up until the Ravage to actually get rid of him, and everything was blown. Most of the abilities was blown on him. And then I think Disruptor pretty much made that fight because he caught everybody in the Static Storm and the Kinetic Field after that Ravage. And then it was Slardar just hitting you up. And those Necromonicon warriors doing so much damage.
Yep, like I said, it's a good item. It's just weird on Slardar.
Yeah, it is.
Imagine if they had more of those.
Well, definitely 5 Necromonicon. I remember that 5 getting Necromonicon on everyone was banned in a couple of tournaments because it was so crazy. In terms of pushing, at least, not, I don't know, team fights.
Yeah, I think people just realized that there's you don't have to fight into 5 Necronomicons. You can just try to counter it with split pushing or with bursting people down to break the siege. But it's still very much viable, and some teams still like to do it from time to time.
Yeah, we have Nexus Assassin just jumping in on Night Stalker, doing everything, but Night Stalker's pretty tanky, especially now that he has his BKB. Can't really kill him, and everybody coming in here, Bounty Hunter and Bloodseeker, picking him off. And Nature's Prophet, get the hell out of there. Everybody TPing out, as they should. And in terms of BKBs, Bounty Hunter, very close now, or is it now coming in? Yes, it's now coming in for him. Bloodseeker, we did see his BKB pop up the last fight, and Night Stalker as well. So the BKBs are done. So it's going to be much harder for the Radiant to use all their stuns on the next team fight, and they're just going to go, the Dire's just going to go for the Roshan. It's going to be pretty much uncontested. And we have Nature's Prophet. What the hell are you doing there?
That is not your base.
What? How did he get there? Did he TP there and then TP back? What the hell?
He might have tried to kill the courier or something. That's the only thing I can imagine being useful there. Maybe he was split pushing in mid and just decided I need some TP scrolls. I don't know, but
why use my base to buy them? I need to TP to the other base in order to get the TP scroll to TP to my base. That makes perfect sense, and I understand.
That is a really good strategy. I'm going to use that in my next game.
And we do have Track and Rupture up. On the... Wow, that was pretty stupid. I mean, Vengeful Spirit swapped Slardar, and that got him killed. We see 3 BKBs popping up, nothing can be cast on these guys, and they're just wailing away with the right-click damage. Vengeful Spirit finally stunning up Bounty Hunter. It's not going to do much good. Disruptor is going to fall as well. Next Assassin managed to pick off Bloodseeker. And Disruptor makes it. Disruptor makes it. Next Assassin still tracked up. Has his stun now. Can he hit it? He does have his Scythe of Vice. Wow, he's got a sheep stick. Why did he get that? That was incredible. The Disruptor coming back in to help out with a glimpse, and Next Assassin picks it off. Second time.
That was, yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah,
the it's actually
stick.
an even trade. It's 2 for 2, and one of those 2 is a support for the Radiant, so it's actually, well, after track it's pretty even. But yeah, the thing with that swap, you can't do that in Dota 1. In Dota 1, Rupture has a damage ceiling. If you swap people from long range, it just does no damage. But here it actually does the full damage, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, it just killed Slardar outright. Bounty Hunter doesn't have the mana enough to kill Disruptor, and he just TPs out. Next Assassin is here. Come on. Oh, he hits the creep! Airman hits the creep with Vendetta.
Did he deny a creep?
I think he did. Yeah, he denied a creep. That was... Oh, well, he does get the kill eventually. The stun from Slardar does miss, however. But Next Assassin...
One lucky bash, and that's all you need.
Yeah, the BKB was just late from... the BKB was late from Bounty Hunter. That did buy back immediately. And this is going to be an easy push for them, I think.
Although, where did they want to push? Well, the bottom is... Actually, both lanes are pushed in, so it's actually... 2 choices. They don't go for the bottom ones.
Yeah. And Next Assassin, we didn't actually see, but he got so much farm, and he just has his sheep stick that helps so much. He's level 21 now, which is pretty insane. And Bounty Hunter, yeah, his BKB and his Yasha, but doesn't have anything other than that. Prophet ruptured, and now Kinetic Field. Everything's gonna be here. Bloodseeker can't do much against the TP. Next Assassin picking off Night Stalker that did just buy back. Bloodseeker running away. Ravage on everybody, hits everything. Bounty Hunter is here. BKB is still on cooldown, and everybody's BKBing. And we have the Kinetic Field once again. Slardar is going to make it. Nope. Next Assassin being chased. Nature's Prophet dying as well. He TP'd in. Next Assassin, Karpas going to slow them down. But Tidehunter is going to get that kill.
I have no idea what NS was doing. He wasn't hitting anyone. He was literally just running around all the heroes instead of picking someone to hit. And it seemed like he wanted to go for the Tidehunter, who had already used his Ravage. There's no point in killing this guy. I have no idea what he was doing.
Yeah, but those BKBs just prevented so much, and Tidehunter also uses Pipe. So all magical damage coming in from Disruptor and from the rest of the Radiant just didn't do anything. And they don't have enough right-click damage to kill things, it seems. Next Assassin easily picks off Pugna, but who cares about Pugna in terms of support?
Well, like I said, the problem is that NS just didn't do anything. He's also the only guy that actually counters BKBs, because he's got the bashes. He's got the ability to stun people that are magic immune. And he's just not doing it for some reason. And aside that, Disruptor Static Storm was also kind of badly placed. He only caught one guy in his kinetic field, and I think it was Bounty Hunter with his BKB on, so he doesn't even care about that silence.
And we have Next Assassin and Prophet coming in here. Night Stalker just manages with one last hit, and Bloodseeker is here as well. Bounty Hunter is here. TP's out, but Shuritas stops him, and Next Assassin can't do much. And there we go. He does drop. Both of them dropped it. Bounty Hunter finally has enough for his Manta style that's now coming in.
That was really unfortunate. If the Furion had stood just a few inches to the left, he would have gotten that kill, and maybe they could have gotten out, but they probably would have still paid for it with their lives.
Yeah, that's. I don't understand why. I don't understand why they jump so far ahead. I mean, yeah, they do have they have Prophet jumping in very easily in that sense.
And SM Vent doing the exact same thing now, but now there's no...
yeah, there's nobody nearby, so it's going to be very easy for them to pick him off. But jumping in, I mean, right here, it's so far in, and the entire Dart team was in the... So easy for them to just come up here, especially Bounty Hunter with his movement speed, Night Stalker as well. They were in the forest, they just came up. It's not fast enough.
What makes it even more questionable is that they don't have any vision here. There are no wards on the map for the Radiant side, so it's just risky to do that.
One hit, track, another hit, glimpse, not going to do much. An additional hit. There we go. Very easy. But hey, Nature's Prophet's here. Let's see what he can do. Bounty Hunter still standing there. He's invisible and they have no detection. Finally, Disruptor coming in with the detection. But BKB and TP, and he's off. See, that's how you get away from that, after you manage to kill someone. Bounty Hunter did it right.
Of course the Nyx doesn't have a BKB, and neither does...
Neither does Prophet, but he's working on it, Prophet.
Yeah. And he really needs it, since he's for some reason always the primary target in team fights. He always gets ruptured first. So if you can just pressure BKB and not care about rupture, that makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, we do have the entire Radiant team here. Well, except for Prophet, who's farming up his BKB. And there, they found Night Stalker. There we go, Night's Assassin. With a stun up, Nature's Prophet. A BKB by Night Stalker, but it's just going to be to waste as they pick him off, because everybody's here. And this is going to be their cue to push. Let's see how this time it goes.
The last time they tried to push, they were also 4v5, and that didn't work out as well as they had hoped. But at least this time it's Night Stalker who's dead.
Yes, Pugna the Carpenter finds himself, but a Ravage hits everything, and very quickly Bloodseeker and Bounty Hunter doing the works here. Disruptor's dead, Vengeful Spirit, well, Disruptor's now dead, Vengeful Spirit died very quickly as well. Night Stalker is already out, and Slardar is just going to be chased by everybody. He finally BKBs. And is that sprint going to be enough? He's tracked, so they're following pretty much the same speed. I doubt he can make it out. But let's see, he is pretty damn fast, and Next Assassin is here as well. Prophet coming in here. Not sure if he wants to sprout or not. Slardar's still alive and hits up with the Next Assassin and the Carapace.
Go Bashes. Go Bashes.
Bounty Hunter does manage to Manta style, but it's too late. And Bloodseeker, one last hit, Slardar does drop. And Bounty Hunter wants more. And yeah, he gets away.
He actually bought himself a Quelling Blade after a few minutes just to be able to get out of that sprout, which is a really good idea. And yeah, there he does it again.
Quite again. Slardar can't reach him.
The Prophet is mad.
Sell that Quelling Blade.
Don't do it. So it seems that those BKBs are really making all the difference. They really just allow the Dire team to pick the fights exactly the way they want to.
Yeah, and Next Assassin's very happy to find his regeneration rune. And Bounty Hunter was chasing him and can really get it. And if we look at the gold per minute graph, at the gold per minute chart, we do see still Bloodseeker and Bounty Hunter topping that. If we look at the graphs, 7,500 is not much for the Dire team in terms of gold, and experience is pretty much the same. So there's a small advantage for the Dire actually, but there's a racks up for the Radiant. And Pugna still alive after that Vendetta and stun. Both those BKBs coming up. Next Assassin falls very quickly, and Slardar tracked up again. Not sure what he wants to do here. BKB's up, and he's just gonna fight it.
Running around.
He's gonna fight 4 heroes by himself and totally die, because that's kind of stupid. Vengeful Spirit swapping in Disruptor, so Disruptor will be the one to drop. At least initially. Are they gonna chase Vengeful? That was cruel.
That's team play.
Well, Next Assassin is invisible, so if they're gonna Roshan, he's gonna be able to get it. Or he's just gonna attack them, trying to get Miguel. And he does.
Well, he got him.
Yeah, he got him. He's gonna drop though, and Vengeful Spirit here. Can't do much. Why not wait and get Roshan and then kill Miguel?
I don't know. Well, if he wanted to nick the Aegis, then he probably wouldn't have been able to kill him at the same time. But yeah, this is... I guess sacrificing yourself to kill the Bloodseeker isn't a bad idea, since, as you said, he's atop of the charts below the Bounty Hunter, who obviously has metric shit tons of track gold.
Yeah.
So, a little Nyx Assassin for the big Bloodseeker, that's a pretty decent trade. But trading yourself for a Pug, that is absolutely not worth it. Even if you have the buyback and actually intend to use the buyback just to make that kill worthwhile. It's not the way to go.
Well, I don't know if Nyx Assassin is that a little Nyx Assassin. He does have a lot of burst damage to help with, well, at least he can pick up the Pugna very quickly. And he does have that Scythe of Vice, which is very, very useful in these team fights. And Bounty Hunter, yeah, like we said, he's level 25. He has almost 4k in the bank. And he's full on items with the Aegis. I'm probably going to see him... Actually, I don't know what he can sell, because Vladimir is pretty awesome.
He's probably just going to stock up on money until this Aegis runs out and then buy a rapier, because this is a pub and we want rapiers. Buy a rapier.
Well, that's a good positive outlook. Nature's Prophet, BKB, and wow, so much damage coming in here. Did make it out with that BKB and TPing out. He did get the tower and almost the Rax. Rax is actually at half HP. So that was pretty good. And Nightstalker picking up a Basher, as well as Mjolnir's already finished for a while. He does have a Cheese and a BKB. And Disruptor, on Disruptor there's the Heaven's Halberd. Everybody pretty much has the items that they want. Virtual Spirit does have that Helm of Dominator, like you said earlier.
And a BKB.
And a BKB as well, yeah. So there's, how many BKBs are there in this game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 BKBs. Lovely. Ravage on hits everything except for Vengeful Spirit, who managed to pick off that BKB. And they're hitting the Bloodseeker, but is he going to drop? Yes, he does. The Next Assassin's Scythe of Vice. Kinetic Field hits only on Bounty Hunter, but he's silenced, can't do much. Nightstalker picks off Nature's Prophet. Aegis pops. And Vengeful's going to fall here. Or is she going to make it out? Next Assassin.
No, she's tracked.
Vendetta,
that's
yeah.
always a death sentence.
But hey, she's going to get that DD.
She's got lifesteal, so no.
No. So hey, Bloodseeker again for everybody, pretty much.
It's a Bloodseeker and the Aegis on the bounty, but that still makes it a 2 for 3, and one of those isn't even dead yet.
Yeah, and Pugna, no, Next Assassin thinks better of it. But what can he do? He just stands there for now.
He can kill this courier, which is coming in,
No, he could
which
kill
actually has a gem. He should really...
He killed the courier stopped because he killed that creep. And now
Of course
he's
he
tracked.
isn't, this guy isn't psychic, so he doesn't know that there's a courier with a gem right there, but... Yeah.
Yep.
Now he can't even...
Yeah, he's just dead.
Run.
Pugna actually gets last hit, and they're just gonna go to the middle very easily. Everybody's dead except for Disruptor, who can't really do anything. And it's gonna be mid-racks and maybe even more. Nature's Prophet finally coming back. He does have a Chrysalis up on him.
Yeah, and honestly what was sad to see in that last fight was that the Vengeful and the Nyx together managed to kill the Bloodseeker, and Slardar in the meantime managed to pretty much do nothing.
And now, yeah, he's running away again. Can't do much. Everybody's BKB's coming off. Finally a stun from Slardar. No, he's being bashed by Nightstalker. He couldn't actually do anything. He did not do anything in this fight. Not a single point of damage coming out from him.
Yeah, I don't think he even used his Necro. Nope, still off cooldown.
Yeah, and Nightstalker finally drops to the fountain. Well, to Nature's Prophet actually got the last hit, but this is pretty much a turnaround And the Dire team just gets it. There's a gem on the ground here.
Because he wants to buy his rapier. It. Yep, it's a rapier on the courier.
Yeah, it's a rapier. You were right.
I called it.
You did.
Of course, it isn't gonna make a difference now, because they're just gonna get just 2 racks. Come on, just get 3 racks. There's nothing's gonna stop you.
Yeah, get the last racks. Just get it.
Well, there's still a tower up here, so they can't actually go for racks immediately. Or you could just farm kills, since you're a bounty hunter with 600 base damage.
Yeah, before Vendetta. And, well, I think the Radiant knows they can't really do much. Next Assassin is here. They obviously don't see... Well, now they do.
There's even a pressure orb on Tidehunter.
Wow,
So
pressure.
now there is no way in hell that they should ever lose any team fight.
Well, Bounty Hunter hits you once and crits you for 1300. What's a team fight? He just comes up and kills everybody. That's not considered a team fight. And hey, he's stunned up. That rapier might actually drop. No, it doesn't, because that's a double ravage coming in from Tidehunter. And yeah, I think this is over.
This looks pretty over.
Yeah, Cheese hoping Nightstalker survive. And he does have an Abyssal Blade by now. Well, bye-bye Ancient. GG. That was... just Bounty Hunter and Nightstalker and Bloodseeker just working so well in unison. Just
In the pub setting, of course.
In the pub setting, yeah. Well, still, we can extrapolate from this that Bounty Hunter and Nightstalker should be played more because they work really well. I'm not saying that you should pick Bloodseeker. You don't have to pick Bloodseeker. You could. And then you'd probably lose because why would you pick Bloodseeker? But Nightstalker and Bounty Hunter, great combo.
Yep.
Great tower diving combo. And we now go into our second game. Let's see if I manage to beat Onin.
Nope.
No, you're there? Damn,
Yep.
I have one more second. And there we go. I'm at 2 minutes. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, go. And as we switch into the game, we have right here with us Virtus.Pro Airman with the Warlock.
What is this item build?
And with the best item build ever, he went stats, he has 2 circlets and 4 branches. See, this is carry solo mid Warlock that I used to play in Dota 1. And this thing kicks some serious ass. I love Warlock back in the day. I would just go stats and Shadow Word and kill everything, get Boots of Travel very quickly, and then Refresher. I don't know if this is what he's going to do, but this is what I'm talking about, Warlock. He has a really, really great nuke / heal, so it's not... He's really good in the lane, and other than that, nice stats in general, especially with all that bonuses. So that's Airman in the middle. We're going to see how that fares against a Shadow Fiend. That's going to be interesting. And at the top, we have Bounty Hunter. That's Fenor. I have no idea who that is. It's probably someone because they've been playing with him a lot. We have Nature's Prophet, Sail Away. No idea who that is. Vendetta, which is from the Virtus.Pro female team, playing a Witch Doctor. As well as Rain TT, who is also... he's been at some team. I can't remember the name.
Honestly, me neither.
But
Try to look it up.
He's a player. He plays Dota. Somewhat professionally.
As you can see.
Yeah.
Because here he is playing Dota.
Definitely. So that's on the bottom lane, and in terms of the Dire, we have a Rubik going solo here, a Shadow Fiend in the middle, and Warlock's going to totally kick his ass because Shadow Fiend won't hit him twice and kill him. And at the top, we have Doombringer farming up with the help of Crystal Maiden and Enigma in the Forest. And they're going to go up against the Bounty Hunter solo top, who's just going to get up his levels very easy for him. And what I want you to look at is the middle, because Warlock, hell yeah, Warlock. Yeah, that's all.
Well, I can already say one thing. I don't like picking Shadow Word at level 1. Simply because Fatal Bonds at level 1, if you hit melee creeps and the enemy carry, or enemy hero, that's a 200 damage nuke. because the amount of damage shared between 2 melee creeps and 1 hero. If those melee creeps die, they do 200 damage to the hero. That's a lot of damage for a level 1 nuke.
Yeah, Shadow Ward is actually really, really great. It scales really well with the levels right now, and it also heals pretty damn awesome. He doesn't need... Warlock has very nice intelligence gain. He doesn't need anything to supplement his mana too much. And he's just... This can actually work, going so much stats. I believe it can actually work. And he does have nice right-click damage. Obviously, it's not going to be on par with Shadow Fiend once he manages to get a couple of last hits, because he starts with 40.
But of course, you gotta get last hits in the first place in order to get that, get those souls up. And Outlast hitting a Warlock, that's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, we do see 10-6 for the Warlock when just 6 last hits for the Shadow Fiend. And hey, Word, he's just hitting him. The Word does a lot of damage. One more hit. First Blood Warlock. There you go. Shadow Word and right-clicking against a 500, maybe 600 HP Shadow Fiend. See, that's what I'm talking about. Warlock, super powerful.
And look at this guy's health. He's level 5, he's got 910. Is this guy's strength hero? Be honest.
I mean, he just goes stats and Shadow Word. And it's as simple as that. He's just pretty damn beefy. And when he's going to get to level 6, it's just going to be Chaotic Offering, followed by that Shadow Word. And he's going to get another kill, I'm telling you right now. It's that easy. And see, now he heals himself up. He's going to be 900 health again. And he can even dive a tower. Well, especially at level 6, he can dive a tower with his golem, obviously. And we do see, well, he's doing really well against that Shadow Fiend.
It's of course something you can expect from Virtus.Pro's carry player.
Yeah.
Both to go carry Warlock, which is a silly idea even if it works so well.
It's not a silly idea, it's the best thing ever.
Hey, many silly things are the best thing ever, like Archer.
Well, Warlock is, well, the career wanted to give
Just
him
got level
face
6.
boots. Yeah, the career wanted to give him his phase boot, so his right click damage is going to be even scarier. And finally level 6, there you go. He's just ults you, hits you a couple of times, especially now with the phase boot. It's going to be very easy, and Shadow Fiend doesn't even have his boots. And there you go. That's just a kill. That easy. That easy.
Yeah, although Shadow Fiend going bottle first, it's standard, but in a lane like this, it's the worst idea. Because he just, the first time he died, it was because he was slower than Warlock. How often is that gonna happen now that Warlock has phase boots and you get a bottle? That can pretty much happen every single time you get on lane.
Yeah, why is Warlock still here is something I don't really understand. I mean, don't be that cocky. I mean, he's level 7, Enigma's here as well, stunning him up, but he's just still walking around, and he's just attacking Shadow Fiend, now attacking Enigma. Shadow Ward's going to do a lot of damage. He's actually going to drop. Is Enigma actually going to drop? And Nature's Prophet comes in here to pick him off, and Shadow Fiend as well. That's a double kill. Warlock actually gets both of those kills. That's a double kill for Warlock.
Well, I gotta admit, this is the carriest Warlock I've ever seen.
Yeah, now he has DD, and he's just happy as Dendi. I told you carry Warlock can work. He just stayed over there with his golem. He doesn't even care between the two towers.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on every other lane, the lanes are pretty much doing equally. The Rubik has the exact same gold per minute as the Bounty Hunter, or actually a tiny bit more because he has one more last hit. There's a Doom up on the Bounty Hunter, but
Yeah.
he's just gonna run away because there's nothing. CM actually didn't care about killing him.
Yeah.
And so the Doombringer and the Juggernaut on the opposite safe lane are farming kind of equally. It's a little bit in favor of the Doom because of course you've got Devour.
Yeah, it is Doom. He did pick up a Soul Ring and didn't go for a very quick Midas. But we do see Juggernaut. He's level 6 now. He has an Orb of Venom actually picking that up, which is interesting. He does have bought his phase boots just now. Witch Doctor pulling. And Rubik actually has a lot of a lot of gold. I mean, he has boost of speed very close to his arcane. Very quickly, and we have at the mid lane Crystal Maiden coming in here as well. With Enigma, can they? No, I don't see them coming up to Warlock. Not that they really can do anything to that incredible Warlock.
Yeah, all he has to do is click Shadow Word on himself, and this gank is just gonna fail immediately.
Or just
they don't
ult, and there you go. Enigma. He does Shadow Word. The Shadow Word is gonna pick him off. Bye bye Enigma. There you go. And Crystal Maiden, well, she does have boosts, so she can't really get there that fast. Yeah, he backs off. He can't get them, but that's the power. We just golem up. It doesn't do a lot of damage. It does do about 100 damage, but golem will get at least one hit, which is nice. And if he just walks next to you, a bit of more damage from that permanent emulation. And it's just an additional nuke in addition to Shadow Word, which does now at level 4 about 400 damage and right-clicking so nicely with his phase boots. Easy peasy. He does get the tower. Prophet comes in here. Doesn't have enough mana for his Sprout, but doesn't even need it. Last hitting. And we have 6 kills up on a Warlock. How's that for you?
Honestly, I'm almost less surprised by the Warlock having 6 kills than with the fact that no one else has got any kills at all. This guy is running out with almost 600 GPM and everyone else is just doing nothing. It's like this game is a 1v5 and Airman is winning.
And he does pick up a Mystic Staff. There's no reason to take the tankier items first, like an orb, well, anything else. He just goes for that Mystic Staff because he simply can. It's going to help him with his mana and even more right-clicking. He does, well, he's getting close to 150 damage. It's 8 minutes in, and he's level 10.
Yeah, and it may sound funny that I'm saying that no one else is doing anything, but it's really weird, because if your mid lane is losing this hard, then you have to either coordinate ganks to get him off, instead of just having Enigma and CM hang around and seep up some experience.
We do have Juggernaut trying to... Well... running around the same 3 trees for an hour, and Juggernaut just needs to Omni Slash him. And he just could not... I saw him stop like one time over here, but that was just... I don't know, that was weird.
The thing that did happen was Doombringer got his second Doom, and finally the Crystal Maiden actually wanted to join in killing his Bounty Hunter, even had a sentry for it, so they actually picked up their first kill. Which means that the Doombringer is now actually farming pretty decently. Although he's going for a Lothar, he's got a Shadow Amulet, which is kinda odd.
Oh, Rubik coming up into the trees here. He does have his spin up that he stole from Juggernaut just now. He's going to use it immediately, so... Juggernaut's not going to Omni Slash, but Juggernaut very content, just hitting and then spinning himself. And he does have mana in a second for an Omni Slash. Just go in the trees, wait. No! Oh, Rubik bot back comes in and does that last hit. Witch Doctors.
And that is why you always put at least 1 point in stats as a Juggernaut, whether it's from items or from skill points.
Yeah.
You just need a branch and you can do that.
Or get a Soul Ring very quickly as a first item, which is what I like to do.
I just like to rely on my allies having mana boots.
That also might work. So how's Warlock doing? Oh, already up 1,000 gold. He's level 11, the first on the map, obviously. And he's just going to come in here and kill everybody.
Yeah, and this is actually the best move that the Dire can do. They're not exactly... well, successful in it, but the best thing you can do once you start losing the game so hard, with mid feeding so hard, is try to make off with faster tower pushes, because the Radiant doesn't seem to care about towers except for Airman's mid, which has been down for a while now. So if you could have picked off these 2 outer towers, which now actually one's getting denied, which is not what you want at all, that could have got them back into the game. But they don't even have the towers. The top tower still stands, the bottom tower got denied. So it's still just going horrible for the Dire team.
Yeah, we do have Nature's Prophet, does have his Midas for quite a while now, pushing top, not quite managing as Doom came in here, but what we did miss is Doom actually dying at the top here. And at the bottom we have a spin by Rubik on the Witch Doctor. Is going to be able to get him, and Juggernaut also spins, picks off CM. Prophet comes in from the back. Rubik, can he do anything? Not really. Nothing much to steal. And he does have...
Got a Ghost
Wow,
Scepter?
he's got a Ghost Scepter. Yeah, he used all that money instead of an Arcane Boots, just a Ghost Scepter. But Juggernaut's pretty fast, and one last hit from Nature's Prophet, actually, to pick off the kill. And Enigma's here. Wow, Juggernaut has his ultimate, but Black Hole... Wow, no. So close! One last hit from Enigma.
I don't think he thought he would survive.
Wow.
I don't think he queued the Omni Slash. He might have gotten it off if he did.
I think I saw the start animation for that, and Doom drops at the top to another ultimate by Warlock. But wow, that was so close with Enigma. He just stunned him up. I saw Omni Slash the animation, trying to start it up, Black Hole immediately, and then one last hit to pick him off. That was so close. And we have Rubik gonna try and do something. Wow, Bounty Hunter actually dropping very low here. Shadow is gonna help a bit.
And the Fatal Bond misses.
Yeah, Crystal Maiden comes up from behind here, just dealing a bit of damage. And Rubik stole Fatal Bonds, so...
Airman's gonna die!
Yeah, Warlock finally dropping. To everybody, Witch Doctor can't do much. Witch Doctor's level 6, but did not pick up his Death Ward, which I don't really disagree with. And it's funny to see the Warlock Golem moving so quickly because of track. And doing a considerable amount of damage to everybody here.
No one's actually dying.
Well, yeah, it was nice.
Even the CM is fine.
Even the CM manages to pick off. And yeah, they did pick off both Bounty Hunter and Witch Doctor, but the track for the Golem is actually pretty interesting. Because he's pretty slow by himself.
Mm-hmm. The Golem is really the reason that Warlock isn't that much picked anymore, because he's just...
so slow. And Nature's Prophet doomed up and stunned here. Picked off by Enigma, actually gets the last hit. And Juggernaut finally
Can he finally use an Omni Slash for once?
Yeah, he wants to, but there's too much creeps, and it's just level 1 Omni Slash, so it's gonna be not very useful. Nature's Prophet actually buys back and uses ultimate to pick up Enigma. Doombringer drops as well. Rubik, can they dive the tower? No. They decide against it. Nova hitting everything, and Shadow Fiend is here. A couple of raises, and an ult. Not enough to really scathe Warlock with his Shiva's Guard. And Rubik
I don't like the pick of a Shiva's Guard.
Wow, and Rubik picking off both Nature's Prophet and Witch Doctor with his Fade Bolt. Bounty Hunter picking off Rubik, finally. And Crystal Maiden ulting up is going to be enough for... Yep, it kills Juggernaut. And yeah, I agree. I don't know about the Shiva's Guard. I would go for a Sheep Stick. That would be incredible early on.
Yeah, it's just 900 more gold. And he would have had that in a few minutes.
Yeah.
So probably by now if he would have continued farming. And yeah, an early Sheep Stick can just get you all the kills for free. Because one extra disable makes a huge difference at this rate.
Well, he did pick off a Shiva's Guard. I guess he wants to counter lots of the right-click damage coming in from Shadow Fiend and from Doom as well. But still kind of weird. Doom actually has a Shadow Amulet for a long time, which is kind of weird. I mean, I guess he's going for a Shadow Blade unless he's gonna stick with that. Which
yeah, it helps initiating ganks, but I don't really think if that's the best way to play Doombringer.
Yeah.
And besides, you can just buy a Blink Dagger to do that, which is cheaper.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. I mean, Doombringer can also Scorched Earth, and then he's pretty fast, jumps in and dooms. And they're actually going to ult him up. He is tracked here and drops very quickly to Warlock and Bounty Hunter. Prophet came in but didn't even need to help.
I guess that's the reason he went for his Shiva's Guard, because he just Fatal Bonded a whole creep wave to the Doom, then clicked Shiva's, and he melted.
That is actually pretty damn smart. It does do 200 damage to a whole bunch of units. It's a nice additional nuke.
Yeah, it's
Smart
40
idea.
damage additional for every unit you hit with the Shiva's Guard
Well,
to the guy they're linked to.
yeah, that are linked to, which should be about 4. And the black hole hits all 3 heroes from the Radiant team. Are they going to drop here? Shiva's Guard's not going to do much. Enigma stuns him up, and he does drop. The gem drops as well. Enigma picking off Nature's Prophet and Shadow Fiend with a kill on Warlock. And Bounty Hunter manages to get off because they have no detection, which is kind of weird. Well, oh, they do have Crystal Maiden with a dust.
And a gem, actually.
And now a gem, yeah.
But I guess that was still on the courier while that fight was happening.
No, the Warlock dropped the gem.
Oh yeah, he did.
So, yeah, so that's actually a pretty interesting strategy. I don't know what would be better, but a Shiva's Guard is definitely nice, now that we think about it.
Now that he's demonstrated its use.
Yeah. I don't know if I like it more than I like just a sheep stick, to be honest.
I consider that I would have liked the sheep stick better in this game because their team is pretty low on disables. They've got a Sprout, they've got Casks, which are potentially amazing or potentially kind of useless. And then there's only the stun from Chaotic Offering. So just going for the slow of the Shiva instead of the long duration sheep of the Scythe of Ice is... I don't think it's optimal considering their lineup as well. Although a Shiva's is indeed kind of cool, because seeing people melt is awesome.
That was pretty cool indeed. And we have Rubik stealing Windwalk, it's called Shadow Walk. So he's invisible now. Enigma gonna get his Blink Dagger pretty quickly, so it's gonna be easy initiation for him. And at the middle we see Warlock. They want the Crystal Maiden. But again, there's no... And the Prophet TP's a bit off. She immediately dusts, just in case she dies, and Enigma doesn't have enough mana. Rubik comes in here to raise them up. He's still invisible. Chaotic Offering on everybody, and Shiva does deal a lot of damage, but there is a mech up on the Enigma. He's going to make it out of there. And Doom actually on the Prophet, we see. Doombreaker just chasing him, ignoring everybody else. No one dead yet. Finally, Witch Doctor comes in. Is the ultimate going to come up? Yes, it is, but he drops very, very quickly. Everybody's dead for the Radiant. Shadow Fiend just raises up and hits everything. And finally, Juggernaut joins the fight, ults up. And is it going to be enough? Spins. He's just... Oh, he threw one hit, which stopped him in his tracks. And Shadow Fiend's going to get away, but is Juggernaut going to get away? One last hit from Shadow Fiend, and he drops.
The funniest part there was, Warlock didn't hit the Rubik with his Chaotic Offering. So what he did was immediately shield it with the Fatal Bonds, like a good player would, so the Rubik can't steal the Chaos Offering. But then Rubik just bonded the whole Radiant team, and as soon as Shadow Fiend and his AoE damage showed up, they all died to that. So that's pretty ironic. So I had to shield the Chaotic Offering so no one dies. Everyone dies to the Fatal Bonds instead. So that's on the catch-22.
Yeah. Wow, so that's what happened, because I saw 10 heroes and then I saw just 3 of them disappeared, and I didn't understand how that happened so quickly. And the Shadow Fiend with those raises, he didn't even ult. He just 2 raises and everybody died. They are pretty damn squishy. I mean, Witch Doctor with 700 HP, which is absolutely nothing. Nature's Prophet 1000, Bounty Hunter 1000, Juggernaut 900, and Warlock is the tankiest. And Bounty Hunter coming in here, but they have a gem. So he just died immediately.
Yeah, he really should have known that. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, and Russian's going to drop. Doombringer is probably going to pick it up. He does have his Shadow Blade by now, or is he? No, Shadow Fiend's going to come in and pick it up, I'm assuming. Yep, there you go. And they're just going to go into the jungle.
Doom's off cooldown, Doombringer is hunting.
Juggernaut just managing to get away. And Juggernaut still working on his Battle Fury, 21 minutes in. He is very close. But still doesn't actually have it. And now he's going to go off on a Doom that has Shadow Blade, so not much that he can do.
If he clicked that Omni Slash button, it would have been wasted immediately. And now Doombringer wants to doom him, which would be his death in return.
Yeah, Juggernaut.
He's getting healed. He's gonna be fine.
Getting healed. He's totally gonna be fine. But hey, Chaotic Offer and Witch Doctor did drop. Juggernaut, and immediately afterwards, there's a black hole hitting up both of them. Bounty Hunter dropping as well.
It was actually Rubik's Omni Slash, and now there's also a Fatal Bones on it.
And now the Omni Slash for Juggernaut that doesn't do much.
That's always sad when the Rubik gets a better ulti than you do.
Warlock did buy back, but he can't do much without Chaotic Offering. Juggernaut spinning around, and one last hit, Shadow Fiend. No, he's still alive, and the Rubik's spinning now. Yeah, no one dropping at this second encounter, second fight after buybacks. But that definitely went for the Dire.
Definitely, and they're actually on a full-scale comeback now, because the game started 6-0, and now it's 16-23.
Yeah, and we do see in terms of
gold.
Experience, there's 10,000 for the Dire. Gold is actually was so far for the Radiant, well, not that far for the Radiant, but it's now just 1,000 for the Dire. So in terms of gold, they are pretty much even because Warlock and Prophet are so high.
Yeah, and part of the gold is also from Doombringer's own Devour. We're just gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But how did that experience go?
It's now 12,000.
I'm not sure if this is legit.
I don't know. Well,
I guess it is, because this Shadow Fiend has a shit ton of levels.
Yeah.
He's already level 17, whereas
with the
Witch Doctor is
90.
9. Witch Doctor is 9.
But other than that, other than the top and the bottom, Rubik is 16 as well, which is pretty high. But I guess the difference is pretty much that Witch Doctor, because he's just level 9.
Yeah, I guess it also shows that early game kills actually don't mean as much as mid to late game kills, because you just get a lot more experience for them.
Yeah, that's true. That's why sometimes we see lots of ganking happening from one team, but then we wait a bit longer. We just wait, 10 or so minutes, and then we see the other team, though they were deaths there at early levels, they just have more farm because they stayed in their lanes. And that's why we see less roamers, much less roamers than we used to see in the Dota and the competitive scene. Because roaming just isn't that effective. And Witch Doctor is going to die to a spin by Rubik. That spin is very useful. And yeah, that Warlock combo did not work with the Shiva and this time because Rubik managed to get away. And yeah, we have Shadow Fiend now with a BKB and a Yasha. Crystal Maiden happy to work towards her Scepter with a point booster. And Warlock, is he going to get picked off here?
There's a haste rune on him, so he's still got his heal, he should be just fine.
Yeah, he's not going to dive the tower, but Shadow Fiend, Sprout, you can't get out of Sprout that easily. And he does pop the Aegis.
And now he's just going to get Omni Slashed, unless this is creep.
No, he's going to ult. And finally, Omni Slash a second before he does BKB. And Juggernaut manages to spin, but that doesn't do too much. Very late Black Hole catches pretty much only Warlock and is not that useful, and he dies very quickly. Juggernaut up in the air, Telekinesis. And Rubik did steal the Chaotic Offering. And drops both Juggernaut and Witch Doctor. And 4-staffs the Golem in Bounty Hunter. Wow, Bounty Hunter drops to level death. And
that's a free tower, and probably Rax.
Probably an additional tower for sure. Warlock can't do much.
You can Fatal Bonds, but if you're not doing any damage to the things that are linked together, then...
He was 4-staffed into the Dire team, and is picked off by everybody, by Rubik, who gets the last hit. And that's almost a team wipe. Well, we do have Prophet trading in at least a tier 2 for that tier 3, but It's not much, and people buying back. I don't know why they go back so much. I mean, both towers are pushed, both tier 2 towers are pushed. But they just...
That kill just bought the Nature's Prophet his Sight of Ice, because it was an unstoppable streak.
Wow.
So that can has the potential to make a big difference in these team fights. Finally a hard disable, since Airman didn't want one.
But they could get that tower. I don't know. They could have stayed just a couple more seconds and get that tower. I mean, everybody was still dead. But oh well.
I guess they really just don't want to trade even more for it when they're pretty confident that they can take the next team fight as well. The sheep might make it more difficult, but they do just have map control and full confidence, I'm sure.
And we have Rubik being annoying here, but can't do much in it. At the mid, we do have Enigma. Juggernaut is being stunned by Enigma's the stun, and Vendetta putting up the ultimate's not that useful. Pretty much all over the place, nothing serious happening. And Shadow Fiend, Juggernaut's getting so hit. Finally an Omni Slash, but is he gonna get one last hit? Yes, he does manage to pick off Enigma, but dies immediately to Doombringer. And Warlock coming in here, not doing too much. Rubik picking off Nature's Prophet with a Shuri toss. And Doom drops to Witch Doctor's Maledict. That was pretty much all over the place.
Messy.
Yeah. Rubik actually has 3k now. He still has normal boots, but he has 3.5k, so that's a nice amount. And Warlock died a lot, but he does have 2.6k now.
I really hope that this is going to be the sheep stick, because once they've got 2, then they can really reinforce the team fights and take this game back. But still, even if he's going for it, it's still only halfway. And it took him so long to get just this amount of gold after that really fast Shivas. As amazing as a start he had, his mid game is just really mediocre.
Yeah, well, Warlock doesn't farm that well, and wow, so easy to pick up Witch Doctor. That is, Warlock doesn't farm that well, so you have to pull off an amazing game in order to really keep the momentum going. But at the start, like we said, he's really good, and he did have an incredible start, and that's why the Shiva wasn't that smart. I think. I mean, a sheep stick would have helped a lot more to maintain that momentum, because he can't farm creeps really. He has to farm heroes, pretty much.
Or the lane. He's pretty good at lane farming since he's got such high base damage.
Oh my
good
god.
Animation.
Rubik, once again, playing so good. He picked off the Omni Slash out of Juggernaut, and he has a haste rune, and he does pick up a Boots of Travel and a Void Stone. Rubik really playing incredible this game. And like you said, Omni Slashes, so good Omni Slashes for Rubik and not for Juggernaut every time.
Yep. This Rubik is really doing a lot to get... well, he did a lot to get them back into this game, and now he's doing a lot to keep them ahead. All these really great steals, also just multiple steals per team fight. First the Chaotic Offering, then the Fatal Bonds, then an Omni Slash. He really just knows what to steal, when to steal it, and keeps that thing off cooldown whenever necessary.
And we have Roshan coming in very, very soon, about 1 minute. And I think everybody knows it because they're just hanging around here. And Warlock actually has an Oblivion Staff.
He's going for Refresher then. I don't like Refresher on Warlock. Well, I like getting a Scepter first.
It might be, got the name.
An Orchid.
An Orchid. Jesus. Yeah, it might be an Orchid, which would make him, you know, more so of a carry. He does have incredible last hitting right now.
But if it would be an Orchid, then he would have bought the second Oblivion stuff right now, and I think he's gonna buy the... There you go, there's the Perseverance.
Yeah, you're correct.
It's gonna be a Refresher. And I don't like that because the Aghanim Scepter upgrade, it makes the Golem a bit weaker, but it's a lot cheaper. And, of course, it doesn't have the huge cooldown of the Refresher Orb. So you can actually just use the double golem every single time, as opposed to only once every like 225, I think.
It's pretty long. But the thing is that the warlocks, I mean, the ultimate itself.
Oh, it's 160 actually.
It's 160, so the ultimate itself is actually longer. It's 165.
Yeah.
So refresher is fine in that case. I mean,
it's still much more expensive.
Definitely much more expensive.
1,000 gold more expensive.
But it does keep them, you know, both full. It does mean both 2 stuns. And wow, I'm Omni Slash again. Rubik gets Juggernaut with Omni Slash. That's the second or third time it's happened, which is kind of sad for Juggernaut.
Who's the real Juggernaut now, bitch?
And yeah, with Refresher you actually get 2 stuns instead of 1 with Aghanims. So it's definitely, yeah, it costs a ton more, but it is way more effective. I just don't think that it's the correct item.
The mana cost is of course no problem for Warlock, since he's got 1500 and he's got nothing to use it on.
Pretty much. I mean, after he casts his spells, there's both very long cooldowns, 25 and 20. And the Dire team is very easily just gonna come in here.
Yep, and Refresher isn't up yet, so he actually doesn't want to take this team fight yet. He just wants to finish that Refresher and then win the team fight with it.
And they back off for some reason. An interesting note here that we missed so far: Shadow Fiend bought on a Thoroughblade. And there we go. That's the Chaotic Offering with the Shiva. And a Black Hole hits 4 heroes and gets interrupted very quickly. Doom up on the Witch Doctor as he runs away. Shadow Fiend just hitting everything. Bounty Hunter down. Juggernaut spinning around. And is he going to get Enigma or not? We'll see. Aegis finally pops the Warlock Golem, doing a very nice amount of damage, killing Doombringer. And Shadow Fiend ults up. He's BKB'd, and he's just attacking Warlock, but Warlock's so tanky. And there's the healing ward as well. He tried to kill the Rax, but he couldn't. And Shadow Fiend does drop here.
That was pretty weird. I guess the Black Hole timing was off because the Shadow Fiend was stunned at the time the Black Hole was being used. So by the time it got cancelled, only then Shadow Fiend could start using his ultimate. So no opportunity for that. No opportunity for their best AoE damage output. Means that they actually lose this team fight, despite being so far ahead.
And 2 additional heroes as well after they run away, which is the Enigma and the spinning Rubik. That's really being more of a Juggernaut than Juggernaut at this point. In terms of items, we have to take a look at Juggernaut. He does have his Bell of Fury, and he's going for a Scotty, which is kind of weird.
It's stupid. All he has to do this game is outfarm the Shadow Fiend, and okay, the Shadow Fiend is also going weird items, but an Ethereal Blade Yasha Blacking Bar still gives him about 250 damage per hit. This Rubik isn't hitting near that. He's not as tanky as the Shadow Fiend.
It's not Rubik, it's Juggernaut. You were confused because Rubik spins all the time. It happens.
Because Rubik is the Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut must therefore become Rubik. Yeah. And Skadi is really expensive and not very efficient unless you make optimal use of everything it gives. And he's not gonna make optimal use of the strength and the intelligence.
Yeah, pretty much.
So why the hell not go for something like
he is very close to it though. He's really close to it, but it is 35 minutes and pretty much he has a Battle Fury and not yet a Scuddy, which he'll be there very quickly. And Warlock does have his Refresher Orb now in 17 seconds till Chaotic Offering is up. So we're going to have 2 Golems up. And the Rax is still not down for the Radiant, so this push is coming at a pretty good time. Prophet is actually not there. He does have an MKB. Prophet with an MKB.
Yep, this guy does more damage than the Juggernaut, so I guess it's his role to outcarry the Shadow Fiend right now.
Yeah, and Juggernaut needs to miss Omni Slash and then give it to Rubik.
Well, preferably not give it to Rubik for the sake of his own team.
And Chaotic Offering 1. No Refresher yet. Now Refresher. Chaotic Offering. No, there's not Chaotic Offering 2. Doombringer drops to Juggernaut actually. And there's the Omni Slash and Chaotic Offering number 2. And everything coming up here. Shivas as well. And Rubik did steal the first Chaotic Offering, so there was 3 of them at some point. I'm not even following anymore. Shadow Fiend picking up with that Ethereal Blade, Bounty Hunter. And was that just a cancelled Black Hole by Enigma?
Yep, that was Black Hole. I don't want a Black Hole. Shit, I Black Holed. That's pretty much what that was. So, yeah, that was not the greatest follow-up to the first Chaotic Offering. Means that they have to start chasing into the enemy base. The Crystal Maiden used her ultimate to kill off the golems really quickly, which
works.
It's silly that that's possible, but well done for her. Which means that it's a pretty even trade, and now it's going into the Dire's favor.
Yeah, and Shadow Fiend ulting up here on Warlock for that slow, and one last hit will be enough. And that E-Blade is actually working pretty well. I mean, he does have nice agility, I guess.
I guess part of the reason is to get a counter against the Juggernaut's Omni Slash. And if you're going to use a counter to that, might as well do one that also nukes your enemies. And one mistake that Airman did make is, if you're going to Chaotic Offering and then refresh, at least also Fatal Bonds, because if you manage to catch people with 2 Fatal Bonds, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
Yeah. But he did get both Shivas up, but the Chaotic Offerings were you know, one, and then the other one there was another Golem as well. There was actually 3 Chaotic Offerings in the entire fight. I missed Rubik's one. And he does... No, he does not. Oh, he now has Shadow Ward.
Rubik's Golem was the one that survived the longest, which pretty much details how that fight went.
And yeah, they're pushing tier 2s. I mean, they can pretty comfortably do this. Black Hole is obviously not up yet because it has a very long cooldown. But Doom is here with his Blade Mail, pretty much, and Boots of Travel. He's level 16 finally. And Prophet counter pushing the top lane. He's actually been pushing the top lane for a while, and the tower is pretty low. So that's good.
That's always the issue with Nature's Prophets. And there finds a sheep on the Crystal Maiden who can do nothing but die.
Oh, she's still alive! No, there we go. Warlock managed to get her. And Chaotic Offering is off, Refresher is back, and Rubik stole invisibility, but hey, he's tracked up. And now he... Wow, he's gonna make it. He goes Scepter, Force-Staffed out of that. Nature's Prophet coming in. Telekinesis. Shuri Toss. He's still alive. Holy crap, what the hell? And that, well, he's pretty slow, and yeah, he's tracked, so that invisibility won't help much.
And then he buys back.
And then he buys back immediately. Yeah, wow, he survived a lot. This Rubik playing exceptionally well this game.
Yeah, although he could have possibly survived if he started running like that immediately, and then only used his eels on himself as soon as his Shadow Walk came off cooldown. Then prevented himself getting tracked up. The spell's distract that's already there. Then he could have maybe gotten out.
Yeah, well now both tutors are down. Shadow Fiend TP's back to the base. He does have a Manta style like we saw. And Prophet is actually in base, so it's a 4v5. Doom coming in.
Gets Shuriken and then realizes they can see him and turns around again.
And Prophet finally here, so this is going to be a 5v5. Rubik very far ahead, but he likes to do that. We have a pig for a Doombringer, and ult up, Chaotic Offering once, Omni Slash up on... Oh, it was Rubik's Omni Slash. Again, it's never Juggernaut's Omni Slash, and there we have double Golems, picking off both Doom and Crystal Maiden. Finally out, Shadow Fiend on the run. Cask, oh, beautiful Cask, hits him twice, and he does die, buys back immediately. Prophet jumps ahead to pick off Rubik.
And that's finally gonna be the Rax.
Yeah.
At least one Rax.
Well,
These Golems just have to do it themselves, and...
Doom is here, bot back as well, and Doom up on Warlock, which is kind of stupid because he already casted everything that he has. And Juggernaut picks up Doombringer. Juggernaut finally with his Scotty. It's actually pretty scary. And Shadow Fiend ults up. Is going to be enough? No.
Nope.
Not really.
Well, it almost was enough to pick off Airman, but he wisely backed off so fewer of the souls could hit him. And even if he would have died, it wouldn't have mattered. So the racks are down, they can just go for the next racks. They've got plenty of healing in between the healing ward and Warlock's heal, so...
Yeah, I have to look at the graphs though. And we see if the experience... The Dire at one point were at 20k. And now it's almost back to 0. And in terms of gold, it kind of jumped around a little bit, but it's now definitely for the Radiant and about 4,000 gold. So the gold is pretty damn close, and the experience is smack in the middle. But
yeah.
Hey, 2 racks down, and now it's going to be the third. This game is pretty much going to be over. Wow.
Yep. So once again, we've got a team that went heavily one way, and then suddenly went heavily the other way, and then, well, Airman wins.
Enigma wanted to. Wow, he wanted to blink and black hole everybody, but he just got sheep-sticked a second before he could do that. Crystal Maiden's gonna fall very quickly. And yeah, this game is over. Wow. That really swung.
We've got some really swinging games today.
Nah. Nature's Prophet with the Chrysalis so far. And Witch Doctor, hey, finally level 16 at this point, and finally with his Aghanim Scepter. Which makes us
sadly everyone's dead, so she can't use her dubstep ulti.
Dubstep ulti.
I swear they just need to add that into Dota 2. That would be amazing.
Yeah, finally he uses it and doesn't kill anything with it. That's sad. Well, if he gets, they do need to add the dubstep. When he can, you know what? Yeah, just add the dubstep. When he casts
add dubstep to his
just
ultimate
add some
with Aghanims.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. And yeah, the Dire Ancient's gonna fall. Hell yeah, Warlock carry. And yeah, wow, Black Hole coming in. Witch Doctor is gonna fall, and Warlock is gonna Chaotic Offering. Refresher, does he manage to get it? Yes, an additional one. Come on, Chaotic Offering, yes. 2 of them.
Again.
And there we
Two
go.
golems, one golem, and then...
I do want to look at the kills, deaths, assists. Warlock actually died just 6 times. I thought he died a lot more than that. He has 16 kills. So that game was carry Warlock, which is awesome. And should totally be used more often. Don't you think, Onin?
So as long as you make Sheepstick and not Shiva, then I agree.
Yeah, it's a cool thought with Fatal Bonds and then Shiva, but it's you really have to hit it, and it doesn't do that much damage. I mean, when you think about it.
Yeah, it's really good in the first few levels, but it's kind of.
If you get a really early Shiva, which is pretty much what he got, but.
The earliest possible, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, so we have one last game for you, if you're still with us. And I am at 2 minutes, Onin.
I am as well.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. And let's go into the third game. So for the Radiant team, we have Vendetta, again playing Lina this time. Going with Airman Ogre Magi to the bottom lane, so double stuns on that lane is going to be fun. And we have Cloudy, which is Arth Art. Once again, playing Pugna. Devil's Advocate on Pudge, which I have no idea who that is.
That is Dota Lucker, which some people might know. He played on a few of PGG's the retry teams.
Okay, so that's another person. And we have Mirana on the Priestess of the Moon, which is Medved. He's on...
Mirana, Priestess of the Moon, indeed.
What?
You said we have Mirana on the Priestess of the Moon.
We do have Mirana. She is the Priestess of the Moon. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
That's Medved. He is on Art's new team, I believe. Right?
Art Style.
Art Styles. I'm messing up names.
Indeed.
It's late.
And on the Dire side, we have Navi Dendi as Tinker.
We do.
And 4 other people.
And 4 other people. We're completely irrelevant. Hell yeah, Tinker, Navi, Dendi. This is going to be fun. And at the mid, he's going to go up against his teammate. So
Yep. Who's going to be the best mid? The team's solo mid or the team's support player? Let's find out.
And it's Tinker versus Pugna, so I'm pretty sure Tinker wins this one.
Thanks be to you.
Pretty sure.
It's kind of even, and it really depends on who takes an early advantage with an early kill or something, because they're both equally good at killing each other, whether it be through the Decrepify Netherblast spam or through the amazing damage that is laser into rockets.
Yeah, the thing is that Tinker needs to right-click him and Pugna needs to actually hit his spell, which isn't that difficult, but we'll see. They're both pretty much spamming each other. Pugna already using up the salve as Tinker. Dendi decides to just use up his Tangoos. We'll see who gets the bottle first. Well, actually, Pugna started out with Boost of Speed, which is interesting to note. And Decrepify, does he want to go in here? There's not much he can do. No, he runs away around, and Tinker heals up with the salve.
Yep.
Very aggressive play.
And it's a really good play by Dendi, which you should be expecting. Using all his mana on laser at really strategic times, so that at that point Pugna can't continue hitting him, because of course you got 100% miss chance. So
for
it's
3
work.
seconds. Yep. At the bottom we have just Lena being annoying the bounty hunter. So he has 0 experience so far, and the Ogre Magi is obviously the carry here, so he needs to farm up.
Yep, and Pudge is pulling.
Yeah, that's an interesting
the Ogre
tri-lane
Magi.
dynamic.
Yep, but yeah, it's Airman playing, so obviously he's got to carry.
And, well, actually, if they get some sort of vision, Bounty Hunter is so dead, because it's a stun, an additional stun afterwards, and then Pudge just hooks him, though they're all level 1 pretty much. But that should be very easy for them to kill him if they get any sort of vision. And we have Priestess of the Moon, Miranda Priestess of the Moon, at the top, against the Bounty Hunter and pulling Jakiro, or Yakiro as you like calling him. Which is Miranda on the off lane. I don't know what she can do. Too much.
She can just get experience. She's already at level 3, so she's doing better than the Bounty Hunter. And
Yeah.
she's pretty much safe, because there's only a Juggernaut who, with the spin, able to kill her. And Leap gives you bonus movement speed, so she's going to be faster than him.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. If you start spinning, she just jumps away. But unless, there is a Jakiro there, so right now especially, she's in a pretty problematic area. Jakiro wants to... Nope, he doesn't. He cancels, but he does get her with a nice bath. And she jumps to stay away from that dual breath. So everything's fine. Everything's fine. And if we look at the last hits and denies, obviously we have Airman with Arcane Boots already at 3 minutes 20 last hits he has. And he jumps to the...
Mid.
He TP's mid, Decrepify, stun up on Dendi. And come on, one last hit. There you go. Pugna gets the first blood on Tinker.
And if he didn't cast that March, he would have been able to survive, because that March just did 150 damage to him. It's a level 1 Nether Ward, but 150 mana for level 2 March of the Machines it was. That's a lot of damage. Don't do that. It didn't help him at all either.
Yeah, and he does decide to go laser, 1 missile, and just march. Which, again, so many people are using this. But especially if you're a mid-tinker, I just think that nuking would be beneficial more for him, especially against this Pugna, which doesn't have a lot of HP, especially at this point. And
yeah, he probably would have had a kill, or maybe 2 already, if he had leveled up laser and rockets instead of the March. Because the Pugna has been decently low HP a few times, but he's never died, because these nukes are level 1, they don't do a lot of damage.
Yeah, we have Nature's Prophet TPing into still the invisibility. Yeah, sorry, continue.
And the March build is mostly defensive. It's something that you cast so that people have to stop initiating on you, because otherwise they're gonna die to that March damage. And it helps with farming up the fastest boots of travels and being able to immediately use that to rise all over the map. But yeah, he would have probably just gotten a lot more advantage from being able to kill this Pugna, just as he's trying to do right now with the help of that invisible Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, but hey, Ogre Magi comes in, Pudge is here as well. Prophet is still alive actually, and Pudge commits suicide as Ogre Magi gets both the kills.
And the Pugna eventually died to the March either way, so
Yes,
it did help, but it probably wouldn't have helped as much as just going laser rockets.
sort of a two for two, but Pudge did suicide, so it's not really. And Ogre Magi super farmed up at this point. Well, he does have Just Arcane, but he's level 7 and it's 5 minutes.
Yeah. Of course, the thing with the farmed Ogre Magi is that there's currently a 25% chance that he's going to make use of it.
Oh, beautiful
And he
leap!
immediately does.
Beautiful leap at the top here. Pugna actually getting the last hit on the Juggernaut.
Dendi TP'd in mid and Airman immediately greeted him with a Fire Blast. Which multicasted.
And yet we have Mirana and Nature's Prophet killing each other. Somehow.
I guess the Nature's Prophet TP'd in and Mirana greeted him with nukes to the face.
And Pugna manages to pick off Jakiro here. And Ogre Magi kills off Tinker with the help of Pudge. Stop! He did the hooey. So, yeah, Dendi's mad. Why are things happening at the same time? All across the map.
Because that tends to happen.
Lena's stun actually hits both of them. And there's no level 6 up on the Bounty Hunter, so he makes it off. Mirana's arrow is gonna miss. But hey, there's a sentry ward there, so he does see Bounty Hunter. And Lena's Dragon Salve is gonna be the last hit here. Nature's Prophet running away. He could turn around and just try and attack. I mean,
I think he's scared of getting nukes to the face, just like last time.
They were. Yeah.
Mirana just barely leaps out in order to dodge his ultimate. Oddly enough. Probably just got back into the fog just before it hit her.
Well, she wouldn't have died, I think. And it did hit Lena. And we do see Tinker. Very much dying again. Dendi. Sup, Dendi? What are you doing? Come on. He's cursing. I'm guessing. I don't know what that means.
I don't either. It's Russian.
Yep.
Anytime you see something in Russian, they're flaming you. Just always assume that.
Always assume it's a curse because you'll be correct like 90% of the time.
Yeah, and if you're not, then you're still guessing the nature of Russians, right? That's racist. I shouldn't be saying that.
Well, yeah, it's a stereotype, but stereotype that's true so many times it's... Oh well.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Well, we're all...
They say about Jews, but it's correct most of the time,
well,
so that's racism.
Well, we're all racist just a little bit, and it's fine because everybody's a little bit racist. And I'm not Jewish. I just live in Israel. Anyway, multicast up on Jakiro from the Ogre Magi. Ice Blast is actually going to catch them. It's not going to be enough. Pugna from the bottom coming in, and the hook misses. Tinker is here. Prophet's here as well. They're actually taking a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough. And Dragon Salve actually picks off Prophet. Wow, that made it. And that's words in Russian again.
I'm sure the Russian viewers are having even more fun than we are right now.
Probably.
If we have it.
If we have it.
Sure.
That arrow just missed. Could have been a kill, but that missed. And if we look at the gold per minute, obviously Airman is at the top, and Pugna actually closely behind. The interesting, weird thing is a Juggernaut that's pretty much at the top lane by himself for a while now. Only 260 gold per minute so far.
Yeah, the weirdest thing is this guy isn't even out farming Airman. He's got 2 last hits less than the Ogre Magi, who has done a bunch of roaming.
But he did get the kills, the Ogre Magi.
Yeah, but he's got more last hits, more creep kills, whilst roaming and killing people, than a free farming Juggernaut.
And Juggernaut's pretty much going to fall because the spin is now done, and the stun... Oh, he Omni Slashes and does manage to get Ogre Magi. And
every single one of those hits hit the... And he misses the hook.
Oh, he misses the hook, but it's enough.
Every single one of those Omni Slash jumps hit Ogre Magi, and none of them hit Pudge.
But he did have only 3. But that was enough. And Jakiro, is he going to get hooked here? We do have Bounty Hunter coming
Maybe.
from behind. Yep, definite hook. And that's the Ice Path hitting, not doing too much damage. And Bounty Hunter getting blasted. And Nature's Prophet, is he going to drop his will? Yes, that additional one hit from the Sacred Arrow, from the Starfall, that is. Starstorm. Excuse me. That does additional damage. And got him.
Yep. And in the meantime, Airman is going back to what he does best. Farming on an Ogre Magi.
He does have a Ring of Health.
Dire's top
Which
tower
would
is under
become... who knows?
attack. Dire's top tower.
I don't.
Hmm.
Probably a Bloodstone, I guess.
Whoa, Bloodstone? Why would he get a Bloodstone? He could get a, you know, Battle Fury.
You could get, you know, cool items instead of like boring items.
Exactly.
Is that what you say?
And
He finds Tinker Illusion.
yeah, he stuns the Tinker Illusion. He gets caught here by 4 heroes. But the Pudge does manage to hook Prophet and pick him off. But is he going to drop to Jakiro? An additional hit. Actually, yeah, Jakiro is actually the one who gets the last hit. Juggernaut is here. There is no ultimate on him. And Lina does drop. Mirana hits the creep with her arrow. And
Well,
Navi...
that's what you get if you stun an illusion.
Top tower
Why is
under
Dendi so
attack.
pissed off?
Maybe he's not pissed off anymore. Maybe he's just taunting right now. Because he did that probate.
Maybe?
Which did help them a lot, because that's 3 kills for 1. And that's a pretty decent swing in the gold graph. Because like we said, the later kills are a lot more important than the earlier kills.
Under attack.
Mostly in terms of experience, though, not really in terms of gold, but...
Mhm.
Yeah, and he does stack the Ancients as much as he can. There's a 3 stack now. He does have Haste, which he immediately uses, so he won't die to the Pugna. And a multicast of 2, which does so much damage, but the hook hits a creep. And, well, Dendi's fine. It's gonna
Yep,
march, which is
nope.
gonna delay them.
Gotta say, Lucker's Pudge isn't the best I've ever seen. He hesitates quite a long time before throwing hooks, and even then they're not always amazingly on target.
Well, it's
He's been doing pretty well in getting kills, and especially just helping with
yeah.
get their map control up, but he could have hit more.
It's not Dendi's Pudge, that's for sure.
Let's just keep it at that, yeah.
And
Really
yeah,
good
they
by
can't
Dendi.
they can't do anything here for the tower because March, it's just, as you said, it's defensive. They can't really come into this.
Well, they can right now, because Dendi's out of mana, and he's gotta go back to his base now.
Yeah, and he's walking because there's no boots of travel yet. He does have a soul ring, but he pretty much has no farm.
Radiant's top tower
In the meantime, Pugna just throws a few nether blasts in an attempt to...
And there you go, that's the hook that does work for, and Jakiro
Yep.
does drop.
But then again, he was standing still. But then again, he's also managed to miss on still standing targets.
And Nature's Prophet doesn't get the tower. Mirana manages to deny it, and he also dies to Mirana. So that did not go well at all for him.
It's still worth it. 1 kill for a tower is,
No,
in
that's
terms
the
of
thing.
gold, exchange is a good exchange.
The tower was denied, that's the thing.
Radiant's bottom
That
tower is
that
under
makes it
attack.
that makes it bad.
That
That's
makes
just
it not worth it.
that makes it bad.
Yep.
Because getting denied is just such a huge thing.
And Dendy starting up with the Ancients here, but I think he wanted to stack, but didn't actually get aggro from the stack.
I have no idea what the Ogre Magi was just saying.
Yeah. And Juggernaut is still alive. No, he isn't. Ogre Magi gets the last hit. And Tinker picks off Pudge.
Yeah, the Pudge was actually trying to interrupt his ancient farming with this Observer Ward so he could get an easy hook.
Dire's top
There's the Chikiro, and there's a March. And that does a lot of damage. And then he died.
They're talking a lot in
Dire's
Russian.
middle tower is under attack.
Which is what you tend to do if you're Russian. You tend to talk in Russian.
And if you're Russian and you're playing Dota. And Mirana, let's see if Bounty Hunter... Oh, she actually jumps up and... No, the Ice Path interrupts it. And she does drop to Jakiro after a Shuri toss as well. And Prophet came in, but...
Putting in a tends to not work if you're tracked.
Yeah. Can't do too much. And again, they want to push bottom. Radiant want to push bottom. Dendi's here, being annoying. And he's closing in on his 2,000 gold for that Boots of Travel. Pudge is in the woods. Let's see if he can do anything here.
Speaking of phase boots, that's weird. That's probably the worst kind of boots you can get on Pudge.
Yeah, and he does get Omni Slashed and then spins, but the spin actually misses. But Sprout is going to be enough, and he manages to commit suicide.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, because that Sprout locked out the Juggernaut, so it was Battle Fury. No, Blade Fury. Couldn't make the difference. Couldn't get him across that.
Yeah, but Tinker casting March of the Machines and that Nether Ward doing so much damage to him. So useful against March of the Machines.
Yeah, it's one of the few counters that actually consistently work against Tinker.
And Ogre Magi picks up a Staff of Wizardry. So you have a Staff of Wizardry and a Ring of Health.
That doesn't make anything.
Yeah, that doesn't make anything. I don't know what he's going for. And that arrow is going to hit on Nature's Prophet. An additional stun, there's no multicast, but Pugna picks him off. And the tower drops as well. Juggernaut is here inside 5 heroes with a spin and finally backs off. And gets destroyed by Lina. Well, he got hooked, but he got destroyed by Lina before the hook actually finished.
Yep. That looked pretty suicidal from the get-go, but somehow he managed to avoid being dismembered. But that didn't help after all.
And Jakiro, you come up too close, and there's so many stuns and pullbacks on the Radiant team.
Well, there's only one pullback, but a lot of stuns.
But it's scary to just come close to them. Because there's the hook, and the Ogre Magi's stun is pretty long distance. As well as the Crepify, which slows you down, so...
Yep.
It's
And
easy for
you
them.
just constantly have to stay aware of maybe there's an arrow coming in from one direction or a hook from another direction. Really just have to keep on your toes wherever you're standing.
Yeah, and Tinker finally with the Boots of Travel. So he's going to have an easier time. And Bounty Hunter has an Orb of Venom. Which is weird.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Radiant's middle tower is
And then he just got hooked. But
He did get to kill Lina with a stray missile. But yeah, Juggernaut.
he actually survived. Because the dismember got interrupted by a shuriken immediately. But the Gondar pays for it with his life, because there was a lot more backup coming in than he expected.
And Nature's Prophet, is he gonna get a double multicast up on him, and he very quickly drops to another Nether Blast. Pugna has haste now, and does Airman want more?
He
Omni
always
slashes
wants
up.
more.
Omni slashes up.
I don't think it's gonna kill though, he's very tanky.
It's super tanky. He does spin. Spin is not going to be enough. You need a couple of last hits. Do you get it? But the triple multicast actually hits Juggernaut. And Aaron just gets him with a damage from Ignite, though he could have just turned around and hit him again. Pugna.
There's an arrow coming in.
There's an arrow coming in. Pugna would have got him anyways because he has a haste. But that arrow, just a straight line.
Well, Dendi was coming in, so if you didn't get hit by that arrow, you would have probably got a laser off on AA. He had no mana to... At least I don't think he had mana left to Nether Blast. So, who knows? But good arrow. Secures the kill.
Dendi. Oh, hook's too late. Hook is just too late, and Dendi manages to TP out. And Ogre Magi did pick up a 4-staff. So it was a Ring of Health, and now he has a 4-staff. And
All I want to see is an Aghanims, because
you're an
everyone
Ogre Magi.
wants more multicasts.
Yeah, definitely.
Radiant's top tower is under
And
attack.
Priestess of the Moon does have a Maelstrom now. Lina has working on the 4-staff. It's going to get it in 1 second. There we go. Ogre Magi with a 4-staff. And that's pretty much it. Pugna actually has an ultimate orb and quite a lot of money. Pugna is actually topping the chart of gold per minute. He has a lot of kills. He has 10 kills to his name and 9 assists and 1 death. And
I think he also got some of the tower kills.
yeah, and Pudge with a beautiful hook on Bounty Hunter after a successful multicast.
Dire's bottom tower
So he does
is
drop
under
very
attack.
quickly. Bounty Hunter is very low HP. On the dire side, Jakiro just has his arcane boots. Juggernaut has nothing.
Get out of there, Dendi. Too late.
Dendi? Oh. He does drop at the bottom lane. And he curses words with lots of letters.
He's probably angry that there is not a single ward up on the map for his team, because all of his roaming, he's the one target that they want to shut down, like, constantly. Because it's still 20 minutes, but by now, the Radiant team needs to be wary that they don't have carries. The best carry they have is a Mirana, who was offlane and just has a Maelstrom. And she's up against a Juggernaut, a Bounty Hunter, a Tinker, and a Furion.
And she kills the Furion.
Well, that's good then. And none of those guys actually have good farm at this point. Dendi doesn't even have his 4-staff yet. Bounty Hunter
Omni Slash jumping in.
doesn't even have his...
Yeah, nobody has anything, but
yet.
Omni Slash coming in here. Lina 4-staffing out. She's gonna make it. Stuns up. Beautiful timing. And ults up and kills Juggernaut before he can manage to do anything with the help of that Decrepify, which does incredible bonus damage. Orgamajai did jump in and die very quickly to someone. Hook up on Dendi. But the Bounty Hunter picks off. Oh, and the Pugna does manage to pick off Tinker. Everybody's dying and buying back. Pudge is coming in. Hook is going to get Jakiro. And he sprouted up, but there's no follow-up. Oh, and the arrow!
It's an arrow magnet.
Bye-bye, Jakiro. And they're gonna get the Greevil? Yes, they do. Managed to get the career.
What was he doing there?
I mean, delivering something to Jakiro, I'm guessing.
Well, he should have turned around if that's the case, because Jakiro died.
Well, he turned around a second after that happened, but it wasn't fast enough, I think. And yeah, like you said, Juggernaut has a recipe for Yasha, a band of Elven skin, but needs 1,000 gold to complete it. And Bounty Hunter has an Orb of Venom, and that's about it. Nature's Prophet with that medallion.
He actually finished his Vladmir's, but it's on the courier, which is now dead.
Oh.
So, I guess it was sending to him instead.
That's unfortunate. And Mirana picking up Dendi at the bottom, and Nature's Prophet's going to fall as well to Mirana. She has nice farm. She has 3k at this point. Wow. So that's a nice farming for her. And yeah, Nature's Prophet is working on, I guess, a Necromonicon?
I guess so. It's interesting. That doesn't make him anything like a carry, but it helps him split pushing, and it helps, well...
Yeah, beautiful stun, 4-staff into stun, and then Pudge Hook from the Radiant team. Very nice combo there, and they pick off the tower very easily.
And they might even stay around to try and breach the high ground. Indeed they are.
Yeah, let's see if they can actually manage to... Everybody's back now. Jakiro's coming as well, and Tinker gets stunned.
Again. Stun.
And he does drop, he has so little HP. And Mirana's just happy standing there. Omni Slash does go on everything, but hits everything and doesn't do too much. And that Lina, again with that ultimate of hers, just picks him off again and again and again. And Dendi, see, that's caps lock. It has to be cursing.
Yep, although I guess he's mostly mad at his team for being so incompetent.
Probably.
Like,
and Jakiro's ultimate hitting everything, but it's not enough. And wow, he had so little HP that Magic Wand kept him alive. Is he gonna survive?
What?
No.
Hook him? Just earn him. Be like that.
Earn him and that's enough. And is he gonna pick off? Yes, he does. He managed to pick off Bounty Hunter and commit suicide. And
an arrow flies over their corpses just to make sure that everyone sees it.
Pugna destroys the tower, and well, yeah, the entire Dire team is back. Bounty Hunter by.
They really said run. Run!
Why are they still there? Get the hell out! 4-staffing out. But he's tracked up.
Laguna Blade's almost off cooldown, and she's got plenty of mana, so...
Zoop! Bounty Hunter
there
this time. Yeah, stuns up on Nature's Prophet. One last hit will be enough. 2 last hits? No.
She's blinded.
Oh, she's blinded. It's not enough. Juggernaut. Chasing up Lina. Stun misses. Jakiro can't help from the top hill there. Ogre Magi. He's actually standing, and that ultimate is going to be enough. 4 steps out. Jakiro, Ice Bath. Come on, Ice Bath. Come on. Oh, another 4 staff from Lina. Pushes him away. But Nature's Prophet there. Stun from Lina. And she is going to fall to Nature's Prophet.
Lie fallow in your grave.
But at least Airman's still alive, and at really low HP.
Yeah, and
the multicast.
And triple multicast. Mirana picks up Nature's Prophet. Pudge picks up Jakiro. Wow, this is kind of painful.
That feeling when you chase after a team after getting a few kills, and then they just kill you back again. That's pretty much what's happening right now.
Yeah, and Mirana has her Mjolnir. And Bounty Hunter finally got his Vladimir's now that the career has respawned. But this is pretty much done. Lina gets a Blink Dagger. Yeah, 25,000 experience. And 15,000 gold.
1,000 experience more per minute. That's pretty decent.
Oh, that hook. Didn't that hook hit? I heard it hit.
That hook hit a ranged creep.
Oh.
There were 2 range creeps in between Pudge and the Tinker, so...
It looked like it hit, damn.
Well, it did hit, but not Tinker.
But not Tinker. And yeah, Mirana with 2.5k. She's happy. They just need to finish this now. Pretty much, because Juggernaut doesn't have anything. He Omni Slashes... And
then he gets hit by a sheep stick from AA, which means that he's pretty much done right now. Unless he can get a recharge. Which does so much damage. And there he goes.
Yeah, this is painful.
Yep, and I think they only have to pick off Dendi in order to be able to push in, because none of the rest of these heroes are really dangerous. It's really just the March and the taking missile spam that's preventing them from finishing the game off. And now Tinker is dead for a while. So they got plenty of time.
Yeah,
but instead, Bedbed wants to kill.
This is going to be pretty quick, I believe, and they jump in, kill off Bounty Hunter very easily. And Mirana killing Prophet for the 4th, 5th, 6th time that Mirana solos Prophet. Somewhere random in the middle of the map. Just keeps on
something
happening.
like that.
Yeah. Multicast again, triple multicast on Jakiro. It's just painful to watch. And Argamajai, Ultimate Orb and Perseverance.
For Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah.
Probably against, like, I don't know, Omni Slash maybe?
I don't know.
Doesn't even matter right now. It
doesn't matter.
He just wants mana.
Still kind of weird. But, oh well. Yeah, multicast is pretty damn lucky. 25% chance that it's gonna happen. Times 3 is going to happen. And there's not much that they can do. It's 50-22. Pudge, another easy hook for him. Another double multicast.
Yep, Dendi's pretty much their only hope, and he just gets sheeped whenever he gets nearby. And by the time half of the team is dead, and it's free pushings.
And he's so mad. Dendi's so mad.
Of course, he's probably streaming during this game, so being mad is part of the show.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch him streaming this. And
I'm sure there have been a lot of people watching this exact game being streamed by Dendi.
Good chance.
We just weren't with them, so we're doing it now.
Yep, and Mirana picks up a Yasha. Well, yeah, this is pretty much done at this point. Just gonna push mid, which is the last tier 3 tower standing. And Dendi tries best to be annoying, but that...
Look at that damage.
Yeah, especially from that nether ward, so painful.
Yeah, and the range is so huge.
Yeah, nether ward's really a good counter to Tinker.
It's the best, easily, especially since you can't use BKB to counter it anymore.
And we have an Omni Slash going on everything, doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, so this is just going to be streaming through the end here.
Yep, and surprisingly, it's only 30 minutes into the game, and Radiant team's running around with 55 kills. It's considering their lineup is not all that surprising. Just the kind of lineup that either gets a ton of kills or barely any at all. And in this case, it's a ton.
Yeah, and then they just roll over. Well, they just keep going. And just a snowball effect, and Mirana gets another 2 kills. Now they're just messing here. This is going to be over in about a minute or two. And yeah, we can see our team destroying Dendi. This is so sad. So sad. And we saw, I think we saw 2 Juggernauts. Did we see 3 Juggernauts? The first game had a Juggernaut as well.
I'm not sure how many Juggernauts we saw, but we saw a lot of Juggernauts.
Yeah, at least 3 with that Rubik. So, as this game ends, what did we learn today, Onin?
Well, we learned from the first game that EU Dota clearly owns Russian Dota. Since we had a multinational European stack pretty much wiping them.
And we also learned that Warlock is an awesome carry. Yeah, with Refresher. And just going mid, getting... What was that? 2 circlets and 4 branches. You just go stats and you just destroy everything. Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
Yep. We've learned that assassin-based lineups apparently work better than stun-based lineup. Take that lesson with you into competitive, or maybe you don't.
Yeah, except for Bloodseeker, you don't have to use Bloodseeker. But Bounty Hunter and Night Stalker are definitely awesome. And wow, really? Are you Mirana finally hitting the Ancient? Because they're just... This is just the assholish thing that everybody does.
Yep, this is just rubbing salt in the wounds, which for some reason is especially cathartic in Dota 2.
Oh well.
But there the game goes.
Yeah,
and finally we learned that Airman will farm on everyone, even if he's an Ogre Magi. He'll still out-farm you.
Yeah, Airman, the carry for Virtus.Pro's male team, at least. So, this concludes episode 9 of Pubwatch. Next time is going to be episode 10, so we're going for 10 weeks. And we're having a great time. And, what do we have left? Anything else? Well, we can always say that you can follow me on Twitter at KOKOStern and Onin at followOnin. If you want to contact me directly, it's KOKOSterncontact@gmail.com. And we would very much like if you'd subscribe to us on YouTube and on Twitch. And anything else, Onin?
Not for me.
Great. So, this has been episode 9 of Pubwatch. See you next time. Thanks for watching.